What is going on here, my friends? Let me see if I am live. I hope so. I hope I am live. Yes, of course. Fixing stuff. How everybody is feeling today? Good evening, good morning, good night. Whatever time it is in your location. All right, so I hope this stream is gonna be smooth, no interruption, no problems. Fingers crossed. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you for the likes, love, and support. You guys are absolutely legend. You can call us if you have time. If you don't have time, no problem at all. The link always provided for people to call, but you don't have time, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Mr. People's Republic say, good evening, good evening. Where is your famous poll? The question that you put up before the lineup podcast. Well, I didn't put it. I might put it at some point, but probably I forgot about it. So just came back though. Came back. Tired. Last night I didn't even sleep, to be honest with you. Because I had another show. Remember that? You were going to work and have to stay here and all that. We love you, bro. Thank you so much, Mr. Omoro Dion. Are you Omoro Dion, brother? Because you have some kind of similar names. Mr. Omoro Dion. Chelsea owners are rubbish. Wow. What are you going to say if Chelsea start winning trophies? Are they going to be rubbish? Probably now we can't see what the heck they are doing. But if we start winning, the narrative is going to change. Okay. All right, so a couple hours to go before the kickoff. I'm just making sure everything is working here in my screen and stuff. Hello. Can you hear me? Let me know if everything is all right because I don't want to be talking to myself. Mohammed.
Yes.
Let's go, brother. What's going on?
My predicted starting lineup?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For me, in goal, I would have Philip Jorgensen.
Jorgensen, okay.
This is a playoff game. It's against a team in Sweden. I feel like we have to rotate. Right back, kind of our only option is Gusto. Maybe we could put Disasi there, but I think Gusto's a more safer option, at least for the first half. Just play more now. Then the back four, it's kind of already set. It's most likely going to be Tosin and Badiashile, with Renato Vega as the left back.
Mm-hmm.
Then the three midfielders, I think most likely it will be Caicedo, Enzo, and KDH.
Mm-hmm.
With the left winger being Pedro Neto, and the right winger being Nani Madueke. And striker, I have a feeling that Nicholas Jackson will start the game to get his confidence back and maybe, bag a goal. Then Mark Yu comes in for the second half.
Yeah, that makes sense. We don't know even what our starting 11 is at the moment, so we're just guessing. And it's the beginning of the season. You don't want to get some players injured and stuff like that. So yeah, that makes sense. People's Republic.
Start with Mr. Jeffrey first. He came before me.
Okay. Yes, go, man. Mr. Omolo, go on.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Good evening to you.
Long time, guys.
Yeah, now you're back.
Yes.
We can't
I'm
hear
back
you.
now. Finally, I'm back. I want to thank God for all of you that you're still kicking.
Yeah, we're still
I want
here.
to thank God for all of you that you're still alive and kicking.
Yes, and
We
we
thank God for that.
when we're gonna get relegated, we will be there in the championship too. So
Don't be negative. That's
We shall
bad
not be
vibe.
relegated, but
that is not being negative. That
we
is
shall not
being
be
loyal.
relegated.
I'm saying like you're gonna find us even in the championship because people say we're gonna get relegated. That's the point. I didn't say we're gonna be there, but I'm saying I will be there even in League One. What? Even in a no league, I will be there doing this for Chelsea.
No, we shall not reach there. We shall not reach there.
We should have to go to
By
Kampala
God's
and get some
grace.
juju to help us out.
You the guy who told me that we're gonna be like Everton. Now you telling me that I'm being negative for me showing my loyalty to Chelsea.
Yeah, but Everton, as long as we're not in a relegation battle, you know. But I think this thing, I think this guy, I think he will cook, but he should maybe not try to copy too much Pepsi. Be his own guy. Yes, I know he's doing the Arteta style, Pepsi style. No, just be ruthless. You find the biggest, baddest dog, and you kick him in the nuts, and then and this is how you establish your power, your reputation, and you establish the fear factor, and people respect you. And that's the way they're doing it. There's no Arteta did the first thing he did was he fired Ozil, the biggest star of the team, and just to put the other ones in their place. And maybe this is what this guy Maresca has done as well, by firing Gallagher, the captain, Sterling, what have you, and all these. It's like saying, "There's a new sheriff in town. I'm in charge here. You do as I say, or you be training with the reserves." You know, I think this is maybe what he's no nonsense guy. It's a Pepsi style. You know, Pepsi does the same thing. You know, you fall out with Pepsi, within 1 week you're being transferred.
I think the order is coming from above. It's completely different situation than Pepsi and Arteta. This situation is so particular where they have to cut the wage at any cost, where they have to cut some people's head because of to cover a lot of mistaken stupidity. So it's not like he been really a tough guy, get out, gotta. It's just he been told, hey, we are in financial situation here. This guy is in 350K a week. Don't play him. Let's try to get him out. So Gallagher need to go because we need money, and we're gonna cover the other 10 Wonder Kid we're gonna sign from Venezuela. So stuff like that. It's not like him really being like, oh, I'm in charge. I decide who is coming, who is going. Arteta and Edu, they basically decide who is coming. All the transfers Arteta need, like he's the manager there. He's not like the head coach. He's the manager. He decides everything. But here you are the head coach. Some people will make decision in the office and you have to work with what you got. You might have your say to a certain extent, but it's not like they're gonna listen to you if you say Raheem Sterling is staying. They're gonna tell you, hey, this is not financially good for the club. You need to go. Like few press conferences ago, he said all the good stuff about Raheem Sterling, how he's a very good winger, he's gonna adapt to the system, he already played the system before, blah blah blah. All of a sudden, out of the blue, no, you are not part of the plan. So clearly, the order is coming from above. It's not him.
But why did they take it? Then, so why did they send him all the way to America for those useless preseason friendly if they knew they were going to get rid of him?
I think they just changed their mind because of the moving part on the market. You know, this opportunity comes, you know, Joao Felix and probably Osimhen, and what can we do to cover this, and what can we send another parking, can we sell another parking lot, can we sell some sandwiches to complete this and that. So it's a moving part. Like even tomorrow something might change and oh, okay, Real Madrid are coming, Rhys James, what? Let's take the money and run because we have a Malo Gusto. So it's not because they took you to America or they gave you the captain armband that you are safe. No, it's depend on the moment. It looked like they've been opportunistic. Anything that happened to kind of balance things for them, They're gonna do it.
But if what you're saying is the club the management, there's no more such thing as called loyalties. Like okay, you're a loyal player, you're the captain, what have you. The club will be loyal to you. So you're saying that the hierarchy, the ones in control, the owners, there's no much. You're a worker, you're expendable, you can be replaced. So, if that's that narrative, will these players? Well, why should these players then give their heart and soul for the club if they know that tomorrow I could be shipped out and sold or for profit or whatever to balance the books? Will these players give 100% if they know that tomorrow I could be gone for all I know because no moving parts, to use your expression, moving parts.
What your question is? I was
Yeah. So,
distracted.
will the players, their mindset, will it be that I shall fight and die for this club or whatever? Like how normally players are at a club, or will they say no? If they can sell Gallagher, Sterling, the big fish, just from one day to the other, why should I make the effort for this club? Because they will show no respect or no loyalty to me.
Well,
So what's the point?
yeah, they still have a level of professionalism in their work. Like no matter what, you still wanna be the man. You wanna be on TV. You wanna show on Instagram. You wanna be that guy. You wanna work for your national team. So to a certain extent, it's not like they're gonna just throw the tower and abandon just because Chelsea are treating other players badly. They're gonna play. They will like to win because that is you. When you win, it's the club and you for your entire life, for your entire history. So they're still professionals to a certain level. I don't think it's gonna be why should I give this, because you're still freaking getting money. Until we sell you, you are on crazy, ridiculous amount of money. You are taking private jet every weekend to go to Marbella, okay? So freaking do your job. Don't care about what's going to happen tomorrow just because they sold some other people. That is part of this business. I think they know it. And they have just to it's freaking, they are lucky, man. Like, you are very lucky to make it to that level of kicking the ball. And you are a millionaire. And the world is right in your feet. What a privilege, man. I went to college like for freaking 7 years. Failing exams and all that and struggling my entire freaking life. And you are making crazy money by kicking the ball. That is the most... I don't know, I can't call it. It's just privileged. You are in a privileged position than many of us.
I would say there's no difference between a football player, what he does on the field, running around after a ball, or a musician or a film actor. They're all in the entertainment industry, and people like you and me, the ones who pay to watch. We pay. We go to work. You know how I work 11, 12 hours some days. The money I earn, we pay. We buy TV packages, we buy merchandise, we go and see games, what have you, and all that. So if I, the regular fan, what do you want to call it, decide, I've got enough, I've had enough of this, or I don't want to listen to this music, or I don't want to watch this movie or watch this team, then that lifestyle disappears. When the money dries up from the fans, then there's no much such thing as top privilege. Then it would be like how it is in Africa. If you get I saw Malawi, my country, there, one guy who got man of the match award. They gave him some eggs, they gave him 12 eggs. No, 24 eggs as the prize. I said, really? Come on, man. Yeah. But then again, it's a question of there's no money in the football there compared to UK, Germany, or whatever, where there's money, obviously big time money, but that's just to put things in context. So as you said yourself, in Africa, people have skills, they have the motivation, whatever, but the opportunity to come and join a big club, because you need agents and all that, you need a PR team, you need a whole team behind you to get to a top club and get the big money. So we don't have these opportunities. back there, because we don't have agents, Yeah, but it is what it is. But as you said, I agree with you. Obviously, it's a big privilege. Make your money, save it. Don't burn it on like Balotelli goes and buys a Bentley, and then he paints the car as if it's a military, camouflage. You say, what the hell are you going on? No, doing stupid things like firing fireworks in your house, and you spend money on gambling and drinks and women, and then by the time you're 40, the money is gone, and you end up being a TV pundit because you're broke. So this is the problem. Easy money comes so quick and so easy, but do you have enough brain and sense to invest it, to keep it, so that you'll be set for life? But some of these people, unfortunately, they don't learn.
Yeah, many people they come from a very underprivileged position, and you give them money all of a sudden. If they don't have like good parent and good management team behind them, it's just like, okay, all of a sudden the world is mine. All the girls and all the world is like whatever what you say. This is just like the gospel. You got whatever you want. So all of a sudden you become really enjoying your life, and then you're gonna regret after that. But I think right now they got teams behind them making sure that they have money, they have investment out of football, and when football is gone, and they still have a very good life. Even if they go work for TVs, not necessarily for money, but it's just kind of, I can't stay home and retire. I'm still young. Let me go and make some extra money by working on TV or doing something in football. So they are not like old players where literally they were poor, because there's no money, no sponsors, no nothing. But now it's like you have crazy money, you have a management team behind you. That's why you have an agent and you pay them very, very good, because they got sponsors for you. They invest the money for you, real estate or whatever business you're going to get into. So I think many of them are becoming really smart to a certain extent, because they have to learn. Anyways.
But you got to have blind. What you're saying there, it means you must have blind trust in your agents, that they're not doing like what they did to Mike Tyson, that they're actually stealing money from you, and that when you do retire, you say, "Where's my money?" I don't know.
Most of that is like family members are getting very involved. It's like a team. It's not like Don King only, or somebody who would just that is odd. Like it's getting better. Before you was like, okay, you go with the flow. When you are successful as a boxer or as a musician, and somebody made you sign some kind of stupid contract where you are really working for them, literally. But now they are becoming very, very smart before signing those stupid contracts. So.
But the agents, obviously, they live and very handsomely.
Yeah,
I mean, the agent, they've never made this kind of money like they do nowadays. Before, back in those days, if you look at football 15 years ago and beyond, we never heard of agents. There was no such thing as agents. The clubs used to just do internal, one club to another club. The two managers sit down and negotiate, a transfer fee, and that was it. There was no agents, no nothing, no middleman taking a 25% cut or whatever. Those times have changed. So good for some people say for the worse. I say for the worse. Some people say for the better. I don't know. But for the player, probably it's better because he gets more money.
But if I'm making money for you, I also deserve money. Look at George Mendes. Like, he is an agent of Jose Mourinho, Joao Felix, Ronaldo. Ronaldo just sacked him not long ago when he couldn't find him a team in the Champions League after leaving Manchester United. He forced Chelsea to buy him, but Chelsea decided not to go for Ronaldo. Also, he sacked him, and he hired a bunch of lawyers to represent him or something, and he went to Saudi. But all the big names, why they signed with Jose's... what you saying, Mr. Omolo?
Even Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah, Romelu Lukaku used to be with a Jay-Z agency and stuff. Vinicius Jr. also signed
The
with
same guy.
Jay-Z. I think Jude Bellingham also with Jay-Z agency. He's not only in the music, he's in the sport here. So many NBA and NFL, he represent them and all that. So it's not only, they're gonna get 20% because they sold you to whatever. It's more than that. They are the guy who will find you a big sponsor from Nike, a big t-shirt company. They're gonna create things for you. So there's nothing wrong by them making money for making you money, if that makes sense.
But did you see that one day that somebody offered, some Saudi club offered Vinicius Jr. a ridiculous contract? It was like, what? It was, I don't know, you must Google it. It's an insane contract offer. It would have been twice as much as Ronaldo, but that's just crazy. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go there for now. Maybe in the future, that kind of money you have to think. You have to think about it. Okay, Mr. Ice, you just join us. Let's go back to football and not talk about depressing millionaire making more money out of us and us struggling here to watch them on TV. Let's go, Ice.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, Ogs, Peoples.
My
Yes.
brother.
Peoples, there's a very popular song back home called People's Club, and I want you to go and read. It's a classic high life tune, People's Club by the legendary Oliver De Coque.
Oh, I like high life music.
Oh, good. So when you have a minute, when you have a moment, anytime in the future, it's called People's Club, and it's one of the classics.
That's like from Nigeria or something?
Yeah. But high life is African. High life is all over Africa. So it's basically African jazz, if you want to call it that. Is that the best?
My favorite musician in Nigeria is Majek Fashik.
Oh, a good choice, man. Send down the rain. Send down the rain. Absolutely, man. Of blessed memory. Do you know he passed, right?
When did he pass?
He passed. It's been probably about 3 years now.
Oh,
I know. He was in this. He was in the same class as Lucky Dube.
Wow.
And
that Majek Fashik.
You know, when Lucky Dube was murdered, I was in Cape Town. I was in university back then, in University of Cape Town. When he got murdered by a bunch of clown.
They thought I know. They thought
I was so mad, man. That day, like,
child to school, right?
Why?
Hijacking.
Yeah, it was hijacking. I feel that thing was. I think it was a target, but they claimed it was armed robbers that were caught unawares. Wrong. Yeah, it went wrong. They as soon as they broke into the car, they saw the legend himself. I remember the day I called Mama on the telephone. I call her Mama. I'm getting married. Kai, oh my goodness!
I'm getting divorced. That's the one.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm getting divorced. Yeah, exactly. What a song.
Going back to Majek Fashik, there's one song. Every time I hear it, I'm a grown ass man. I'm 50 something. Every time I hear this song, I cry. And this is a song where he sings about the Biafra War. You remember Biafra War?
Yes, I know about the Biafra War. But which song did he sing about the Biafra War?
He sang about the Biafra War. It is so heartbreaking, and I'm shocked that so many young people they don't know about the Biafra War. This is part of history, which is terrible.
It's the biggest African genocide. But yeah, maybe we should talk about that another time.
Yeah, I'm just saying that history. We Africans, we talk about other people's history. We don't talk about our own history.
Absolutely,
and which is pretty sad.
Okay, so Mr. Arsenal for life here say like, nice to see Chelsea in the Champions League. He's trolling, but listen, this is the guy that every season now, since I know you say we're gonna win the quadruple every single season, quadruple, and then oh no, this is treble. Nobody cares about the Carabao Cup. We are out, and then you got kicked out like the FA Cup. Oh no, we're gonna win the double. And then boom, you got knocked out of the title. Oh no, like Europa League or the Champions League. Oh no, we have bigger fish to fry. We're just going for the big one. The Premier League is the most important one. We are saving energy, bigger fish to fry, and at the end, Oh my goodness, we know the story. So yeah, I would prefer to go and win that quote-unquote Champions League that you try to sabotage here than nothing. Like you will sell everything, right? Every single trophy, including your invincible trophy, to get an European trophy. That's how it is. So win your trophy before you come here and troll Chelsea, right? We got two. We got 2 Champions League, 2 Europa League, 1 Club World Cup, 2 UEFA Super Cups. So before even you come close to us, it's gonna be more than 20 years, bro. So just take care of your small club and don't care about my club. All right?
Wow.
And while you're at it, Arsenal for life, please buy Raheem Sterling. Thank you.
Yeah, take him.
You guys are on fire today.
And what he say here, like, okay, we took Jorginho from you. We're gonna win everything. Well, we're still waiting for the first trophy from Mr. Frelo, even though some people love him here. I'm not gonna say anything wrong. I'm not gonna say anything wrong here, but the way they try to troll Chelsea for taking their, we took your best. We took your best. You see, Kai Havertz is gonna win the league with us in the first season. Blah blah blah, bro. Keep buying. Bring us dollar money. Take them. Go win trophies. Before you troll, show me your trophy. Okay. Even Inter Toto. Remember back
Bonjour,
in the day?
Augustin.
Yes, bonjour, Mr. Jean-Paul Safasco. Mr. Nana say, hey, hello. Hello, brother, Mr. Lukaku. Mr. Charles say, hey, Oaks just damaged this guy's career. Yeah, I didn't mean it, but he always troll me all the time. We're just having fun. Okay, anybody got the lineup?
But Arsenal have ever won the Champions League.
Yeah, but they act like if they won every single trophy, though.
But as we speak right now, they are the only bigger club that we have in London. So don't mention Chelsea. Chelsea might be like number 3rd or 4th.
The biggest club
As we
in
speak,
London,
right?
you have to show something to back it. For 20 years, they don't even have the Premier League. They haven't won the Premier League. I don't even think this guy here, Arsenal for life, was born when they won the last title. That's how bad it is, bro. You were not even born when you won the last Premier League title. So why are you giving me hard time? You were not even born. You wanna create memories.
Right now, when we combine the squad of Arsenal and that of Chelsea, I don't think whether Chelsea can, our players can be like maybe 2 or 3.
Well, that is on paper, my friend. That is on paper. What have you won? Nothing.
No, it is a reality. I'm a Chelsea supporter, yes,
it's on
but
paper.
It's a reality.
Of course, bro. You can be good on paper. Show me your trophy at the end of the season. Last season, if it wasn't for Pochettino, wrong tactics, we were going to have the Mickey Mouse Cup. We were in the final. Easy to beat under 12 years old.
And they're not going to win anything this year.
There's one. They
might win the league this season.
No. Don't say that, brother. Arsenal is Arsenal. Even John Obi Mikel say everything true. They're not going to do anything.
They always collapse. Elephant on top of the tree.
My problem
Oxy, if Arsenal need to win, they need to bring a winning coach. Arteta doesn't know how to win the trophy.
I think he's good, but he need to do better. Mr. Nana say, are you there? Mr. Nana? You have some connection issue, my brother. Nana. Mr. Nana once, Mr. Nana twice, 3 times. I'm gonna take you off, and you connect yourself back. Probably it's gonna solve the problem. Okay. So I'm taking you off.
Mister, I have a question.
Yes, sir. Go on.
I would like to know if Sergio Roberto agreed to go to join Chelsea Fabregas. Is true?
Como, yes, it's true.
Oh my goodness,
Fabrizio
this guy
Romano
need
just
to.
confirmed it. It's there. It's true. It's true. Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
He's a good.
Yeah, let me. I just wanted to sort of Chelsea fans to calm down. There's a very popular saying in Pidgin for those that understand Pidgin English. It says, "I get am before, no be property," meaning what you owned in the past is no longer property. And I'm finding that Chelsea fans are relying on old glory when the
There you
future,
go.
when the reality and the future right now is looking a little bleak.
I don't think.
So for me, man, listen, look at the way Arsenal is building right now. I know it took them 10 years. Arsenal is not the project that we want, but I think we're gradually fading into the abyss with this thing that we're doing right now.
No. My brother, I so disagree with you. And I think I can see the big picture. I can see the future. And,
What picture do you see? A picture of Conor Gallagher at Atletico?
Did you
No,
see his
leave alone that one because Chelsea had only one dependable player in their defense, and that is Trevor Chalobah. And the rest look like they're rubbish. But now there's a guy that was sent packing. I really don't know what's wrong with this Chelsea team.
It's a total makeover, total overhaul. And yes, one more. This season is going to still be a transition. They will probably be cooking halfway through the season, and next season, this team you were thinking there's no future, whatever. All these youngsters they've matured because some of them will now be in their third season. You got this team will be unplayable, as Thomas Tuchel once said.
Listen, still in the cabinet. You say that the past is a past, but still a cabinet full of trophies. You're not gonna take 15, Champions League trophies away from Real Madrid. They show it every single day when they sign somebody. They put there 15. History is history. I know we can't dwell in the history and say, oh, we were such and such. That's why we are fighting here to get back to where we belong. But the past also is helping us to punch people like Arsenal.
Let me ask Mr. Ice a question, a return question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Carry on, Mr. Kampala. Sorry.
For the sake of Chelsea and Arsenal has nothing to show. Either in the present or in the past, it is not there. Because they are not winning now. And even in the past, they did not win anything. So I don't see any big difference there.
I don't know. The hype they got is, they have a great team. Look at Arteta. He got rid of this and that. But great team is still great team. Okay, win something. Don't even like the last day and don't wear Tottenham Hotspur's shirt and start supporting Tottenham so they can help you win the freaking title. Do it yourself. All of them. They were wearing the lily white shirt to support Tottenham Hotspurs. Why can't you do it yourself?
When was the last time we won an EPL?
Under Antonio Conte, I think 2016, 2017. So it's been a long time.
Not bad. Not bad.
But between that, we won the Champions League, the Club World Cup, and the Super Cup. My brother, we got to six finals that we all failed in all six. So I'm telling you, I'm giving you just some hope and not to be like, okay,
when was the
we
first
are
time,
done. Huh?
When was the first time Chelsea played in the Conference League?
Well, the Conference League was born like 2 years ago, so it didn't exist. It didn't exist back then.
So let's say it existed in the past 20 years. Do you think Chelsea would have been in the Conference League?
You never know. Nobody's God because you're going
It's easy. All you got to do is you look at all the positions we've taken in the EPL in the past 20 years. When was the last time we were 6th or 7th?
Yeah, we were finishing 6, 7, but you win the Champions League, you go back to the Champions League.
That was only once. That was once.
What? Also, wait. The season that Mauricio Sarri won the Europa League, I think we were struggling to finish top 4. We struggle. I think we needed some help. We needed Tottenham Hotspurs to go away and beat Leicester City in order for Chelsea to qualify. But we were going to qualify anyways because we wanted the Europa League and we were going to get to the Champions League. So even if we didn't finish top 4, the point I'm trying to make is like you sounds like we were so perfect. Everything was going good because we were winning and we were top 4 all the time. There were a few times that we couldn't make it there. Top 4, but because of another event, and we qualify for the Champions League. That's...
So my question for Mr. Ice.
Yes, sir. Please.
What do you think is going to happen next season? Okay, when the salary cap comes into effect, and all these clubs which haven't been planning like Chelsea, been planning with wage structure, 8-year contracts to even out the thing. These are the clubs with these players on 200 grand, 300 grand. What's going to happen to them when they have to get rid of some of these players to balance the books? They won't be nearly as good as advertised. And then this is why I say Chelsea is planning with all these young players, get them long 8-year contracts, spread their wage bill over eight years, and you've got all these talented players which are maturing fast, while the other clubs will have to get rid of some of the big guns just in order to balance the books. So their opportunities now for this season and next season.
So to answer your question, Peoples, and what teams are you comparing to us in this case? Is it all the teams, or are you saying top 6?
Top 6. So all those top 6, they're going to be in trouble. You're going to find surprising teams like Leicester and all these other teams, mid-table teams, will be suddenly have a level playing field. And this is why they want the salary cap. So teams like Leicester, Nottingham Forest, and I don't know, all these other teams which I don't really watch that often, but I know they're there. So they are going to have suddenly a chance if it's a level playing field as far as wages is concerned. While the top six as well has had a big advantage because they've got obviously more financial pulling power. Suddenly cannot use that at advantage. They're going to have to wheel and deal in a different way, which is Chelsea. This is why these owners, I know everybody criticizes them, but these owners are very, very, very smart. They know what they're doing.
So let me guess. Let me guess. What you're trying to proclaim here is that the Chelsea board is making hay while the sun shines, correct?
Exactly. They're planning ahead.
Well, the difference is it might be great business-wise, but the profile of the players they are making the hay with is basically hay. You understand?
Come on. Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo. There's some excellent players in that team. Gallagher. The only problem where I have is defense. Defense is very, very mediocre. I agree with you there. But otherwise, the rest of the team.
If you compare us to, let's say, a team like somebody needs to mute. Is that me? Sorry.
Somebody needs to mute when you're not speaking. It's a lot of noise.
Is that me? Okay, perfect. So the difference is, right? Like, for example, if let's say, I know this is not going to happen. Arsenal, let's say Arsenal wins, right? And they face the problem of team whatever next year. At least they have victory to hold on to.
They have what?
They have victory. They have victory to hold on to. They have a cup like Man City. If Man City gets messed up right now, for example, let's say they win the league again, which is looking like, and then next year they have a trade ban. You think they don't care? The fans don't care because at least you can hold on to the feeling of victory. And that is what Chelsea fans are crying for. We know we might not win this season, but show us that you're heading towards that direction.
Yes, sir. That makes sense.
But I asked.
Can I say something?
Sorry, carry on.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir. Go on.
Yeah, so I know everybody, whatever, right now around the world, they always blame those owners. They are stupid. They don't know what they are doing, especially like Manchester, legendary, Gary Neville, Carragher, whatever. I don't care about them. If we go deeper inside the building of the head history of the club, everyone have his own regime. So if we follow this boss who has been coming over here, so they know what they are doing. Because of what? We have been under Roman Abramovich. I know he's a like a team winning. So after there, if we remember, Chelsea have been following by PFA, whatever, like government of UK, something like that. But those owners, they are dealing with those sanctions of the laws for the UK, whatever, the English football clubs. So the second, they just correct their mistake. If we follow, like Ogs have been talking about that one, I follow on the video on the YouTube. They just correct their mistake. Right now, they just need to build clubs around everyone. That's why they start building like Joao Felix, something like that. It will take time. Conor Gallagher, I know people, me too, I cry about Conor Gallagher, but Conor Gallagher is a pure profit. That's why they need to sell all products, so then we can clear all mistake we have been made, whatever the previous owners.
So
That's
you
why.
think after this we're gonna be fine? When we clear out everything, we balance everything, we should be fine, right?
My
That's the
brother,
point.
to be honest with you, the way I believe in Chelsea right now, I know even the president, he always follow John Obi Mikel. I don't know if tu te souviens de Obi Mikel.
Obi Mikel got a podcast now that we watch. Yeah.
Yes, il était quelque part concernant les rendez-vous des players pour les ballons d'or à Dubaï. Il avait parlé avec le président. Il lui a dit que je suis émanant du club. C'est grâce à Chelsea que ma famille s'enrichit au propos des aliments, toutes choses. Mais nous sommes là en train de voir le club. Maintenant, Todd Bowley est en train d'attendre ce que les légendaires du club sont en train de faire concernant les légions du club. So nous serons bien, je vous assure. Le problème était que Pochettino, j'étais 100% avec toi, mon frère Oxy. Pochettino, I'm almost done. Pochettino, he was a good coach, but he's not a perfect coach in Chelsea Football Club. Gianfranco Zola, they talk to Enzo Maresca. You have to make a discipline before you start everything. You know? Even Pepe Guardiola is there. You have to talk to him. You have to respect that. Let's give him a chance. Chelsea gonna cook, I'm telling you.
Good. So yeah, nice to hear some good word. Chelsea will cook. Mr. Nana, are you still there or not? Nana say, Mr. Nana, 1, 2, 3. So Mr. Nana can't speak. So I'm gonna have to take you off again because you are not speaking. You know this these people from NBC Sport, they just scam me money. And I want my money back because I am going to get so mad. You know that I pay for 1 year Paramount Plus. That includes the Conference League, Europa League, and the Champions League, right? And now I'm clicking. It looks like they took the Conference League off. I don't know if because this is like the playoffs and not like the real group stages. So they're asking me if you want to watch on demand. What that even means. Pay extra money. You far. This is freaking stealing money. I'm not going to pay you. So I'm going to have to like go to Chelsea website and pay money again to watch this game. This is freaking stealing money from people, to be honest. Oh, Lord. Again, 9 minutes to go, people, until we have the starting 11. So it looks like Paramount Plus are going to ask you extra money for on demand. What you do? Is this the
what
box?
channel we going to call this one?
It was supposed to be on Paramount Plus, but it looks like it's not going to be there unless if you pay extra money. Or you go to Chelsea website and they're going to tell you to click here to buy the code. And then you buy the code and you watch the game. Oh, man.
Mon frère, also, je crois que Dazen aussi peut recevoir ses channels for free in YouTube, Dazen.
No, they don't have the right. They have the women football mostly for free on YouTube, but when it comes to this UEFA official men competitions, they don't have the right to show it for free. Anyways, who just not wait, give me a minute. Mr. Nana, I tried to put you. You are not there, so I don't. And Mr. Nana, you are driving too, so you have to be very careful. I mean, I'm afraid of people driving and talking. I can see you in the car, so I'm not gonna get to you live when you are driving. I can see you driving, so I'm sorry, but I don't want to be responsible for any kind of traffic issues in your location. All right, call when you are home. I'll be here for long term. And now we're trying, me and People's Republic and Ice. We are trying to make like a night show for drunk people like us. very light, very late show, like time of everybody is sleeping and we are there just talking.
Hey, Mr. Oaks.
Yeah.
Our friend there was speaking some fantastic sounding French. What was he saying?
Well, he was just explaining how John Obi Mikel met like Boyle and in Dubai, and basically the plan, like explaining that the plan is good. After they clear everything up, we're gonna be fine. Basically, that's what he meant. Oh, we have the lineup. What the heck? I didn't even see it. 6 minutes already. What's wrong with you, brother? Jorgensen in goal. Disasi, Mr. Disaster, is back again. Tosen Adarabioyi is in there. Badiashile is there. Vega is there. Caicedo is the captain. Dewsbury Hall is there. Nkunku, Neto, Mudrik, and Mark Guiu. On the bench, Robert Sanchez, Bettinelli, Cowell, Gusto, Kukurea, Lavia, Enzo, Madueke, Palmer, and Nicholas Jackson.
You know what I get from this lineup, Oggs?
Yes, sir. Go on.
Nonso Madueke is leaving the club. Nonso Madueke is leaving this club. There's no way you tell me Nonso Madueke cannot command.
That makes sense.
Cannot command
because he can't even play in the Europa Conference League.
He cannot command a starting shirt. Yeah, you're in Europe in a conference league. Thank you. He must be on his way out, man. And hey, man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Your coach follow your lineup, Ogs.
What do you say?
Your coach follow your lineup.
No, I wanted to see Madueke in my starting 11. The rest is kind of what I predicted. I didn't predict Disasi though, because I wasn't sure that he was fit enough to play this game.
This is a good combination, Disasi and Tosin. Interesting.
Let's see, maybe they try him. You know, Newcastle needs him. Maybe they try him to see if they're gonna sell him or whatever.
I think so. Disasi is playing as a fullback, right? Right back. Correct me if I'm wrong, because
That makes sense.
or back three, or is this supposed to be a back three?
No. It is a back three that it's a back three that turns into. I think
it's a back four that turns to back three when we are attacking.
Yeah, exactly, because Vega is probably
he's inverted. He's gonna be inverted.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. I think so. And then midfield, Caicedo captain. My goodness.
Well, this is more acceptable than the other guy.
No, it should be in Nkunku, in my humble opinion. Should be in Nkunku, man. But obviously, Nkunku on his own cannot command the start, which is what is giving me a little bit of doubt with Christopher. Why is it that Christo is not a mainstay so far in this team?
Maybe the manager doesn't intend to play him for 90 minutes. He will be there for the first half, which I agree with that.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
So, Caicedo, also, captain doesn't mean just you have like or you came first to the team or whatever. It's also depend on the way.
So what kind of personality does Caicedo have to demand a captain?
We have even anybody with personality in that team? That's the question. So it's just like everybody's blind. Give it to somebody with one eye.
Who has the one eye? Caicedo has one eye.
Whatever, whoever, because we don't know. That's why he need to be there. You know. So you want him to give to who? Mudrik?
No.
Or Neto?
No, Nkunku.
No.
Nkunku. Or even Tosin, man. Even Tosin.
I think they have like some kind of leadership group in every team. I don't even think that they are struggling right now even to make that leadership group, because I don't see that spirit in the team.
Let me get something straight then.
Yeah.
If Reece James is not available, Enzo is the captain and Caicedo is the vice captain. Okay, no.
He's one of the vice captains. Like there is a group in this game, yes, because we're struggling with captaincy here and leadership in this team, really. Only TikTok people here. There's no like somebody who can read books. And not be on TikTok the entire day, but take an old book like 1978 kind of book and start reading. Those people, you know what I'm talking about. We don't have them anymore. Now we have TikTok people. I don't even know if anybody makes sense. In my level, in my own little world, it makes sense, but
I don't know who in this team has the audacity to look into people's faces and say, play ball. I don't know. I don't know if there's anyone in this team that actually has that kind of.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all. We don't read books anymore. Now we trust everything TikTok said for 15 seconds.
No, but a captain doesn't have to know. He doesn't have to be reading books. A captain has to have personality. A captain has to have edge. A captain has to protect his army.
That is exactly what I'm saying. You do hard copy of book. You don't get it. Like, yes, a captain need to be that.
I don't get it.
Oh man, somebody say something on TikTok and start crying. No, man up, wake up, let's go.
Look at Charles Mbokwe's comments. It's absolutely right. You need to be bought for 100 million to be a captain. My brother, God bless you, Charles. That's exactly what it says to me. God bless you, Charles. Because the last time I remember, personality, ruggedity, edge, and protection.
Because all of them are kind of new. All of them are kind of the same age. All of them don't have the character to be captain. So you handle the captain to the guy who is okay. That's what we're saying here, because somebody needs to be the captain at the end of the day. But you put Nkunku there. Nkunku is going to play for 45 minutes. I think the manager intend to keep Moises Caicedo 90 minutes on the pitch. You don't want to...
No, but what I'm saying is, I get it, but what I'm saying is, if you're putting we're not going to debate about captain's band, but if you're putting a captain's band, if you're experimenting with a captain's band, it's because you see one or two things, so that in the future...
Like what? Tell us one or two things. Give us an example.
Okay, you give me an example of what you see in Caicedo then, since you know.
Well, first of all, you have to be good on the pitch. Okay? You have to be good on the pitch.
And Caicedo is good on the pitch, right?
Yeah, he's good on the pitch, regardless of what you're going to say. He's good. He's better than many people in the team. So he's... you lead by example. You are the captain. You don't have to be just like a... Are you going to put somebody like Mudryk captain? Come on, bro.
Did I say Mudryk?
No, I'm just giving you an example of like your captain, even if you are a leader. But if you are just pointing fingers on other people and not playing good, and then that you don't teach by example. So teaching by example is one of that. Second of all, the guy can speak English. He gave interviews in English. Our captain couldn't even speak one word. The last game, he couldn't even make one word in English. Gallagher, Conor Gallagher, actually.
He's gone. Let's forget about Gallagher.
No, I'm just trying to make a point.
Okay.
Gallagher speaking Spanish already in 2 days. Did you see the speech that he gave in the stadium in Spanish?
That's true, but you can tell it was something that somebody told him 5 minutes ago.
No, it told me because I've been there when I was learning English. Like you memorize something, so that is a good thing. Our captain didn't even memorize 2 words of English. That tells you everything you want to know. So it's just telling me that he's willing to learn something, a different language. When you're still young, language is not that hard to learn. Don't be like Sergio Aguero. 10 years in the Premier League, can't speak a word of English. Anyways, where are we going with this? I don't even know where we're going with this is that this whole captaincy experimentation
is just bullshit.
I think Disasi is actually a good captain, but
Now you're talking. That's a fantastic candidate.
Does
now
he
you're
speak
talking.
English? Does he speak English?
Yeah, he speaks
Absolutely.
very
Yeah, he
good
does.
English, very, very good English. And he
Now
used to
you're
be
talking.
a Monaco captain.
Hey, there you go.
But the problem is also, like I said, you have to teach by example. Like he been injury, not injured, but been like error prone kind of. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the criteria from Maresca to choose a captain. So I'm not gonna speculate.
I see Oluwaseun in your comments. Oluwaseun, bros, I hail you. And he was saying Caicedo has the profile of the captain and has the ability and capacity. I guess so. If that's the case, Oluwaseun, if you feel that, maybe you can explain for them. Did you see anything at Brighton that we did not see? But I like the way he plays. But I don't know if he's that guy that can come in your face and say, "Oh boy, play ball." I don't know.
Okay, so Mr. Tobbs, nice to see you, my brother. He said that why drop Noni again? Yeah, I think Noni is out of the door. I think
Noni's gone. Yeah,
just like I said, I think the rumor about him going to Newcastle could be true, and I'm gonna be very disappointed because I wanted this season was going to be his season. Yeah. Give him an opportunity and let's judge him the end of the season. Yeah. So all Noni has done is score and assist. Yeah.
God bless you. God bless you, Toby.
Absolutely. And that is the confusion at Chelsea Football Club. We go by players.
Have a look.
Yes.
But have a look at, you talk about captains. Sorry to interrupt you. Have a look at, you talk about captains. Have a look at Man City. How many different captains have they had in the last 5 years? They've had Gundogan, they've had KDB, they've had Walker. I think even Foden was had captain. So the captaincy there obviously doesn't really mean that much if they can just hand it around. I mean, it's so this we're thinking too much about this captaincy, Chelsea. Maybe it's everything they know they're all mechanical. They don't need a leader. John Terry, one of those who will fire them up. Maybe that's something from the past. Maybe those days are gone where you need that fiery captain.
But at Manchester City, you can even tell that those people are mature enough to be captains. Donna, nice to see you. How was work? You said goodbye last night and went to work. I hope that everything went according to the plan. Be blessed. How does Enzo Fernandez speak to the referee when he's captain if he doesn't speak English?
Bella came back today. Bella, well done. She's the one that I think
he might be talking in like sign language or something.
No, he sent email. They sent email. Don't worry about it, Bella. He sends an email to the ref, and then the ref responds.
Okay, Mr. I'm reading some comment here so everybody can feel part of the discussion. We're just having fun here. Everybody is welcome to call. Mr. Nana, I don't want to take you right now because you are driving. I'm sorry. When you are home, I can take you, but when you're driving, I don't want to get you in trouble. Noni should start this game according to Mr. Brinks boss. I'm not gonna read some of the language here because my Blue Army, they watch my shows, right? So I'm not gonna curse here, but I know what you mean. Okay, it's a family-friendly kind of show. Profile is built. Don't let us to forget that I believe that the boys can build their profile here at Chelsea Football Club. Not sure what you mean by that, my brother. Let me Tobbs again.
Yes. Oggs, just before you go forward, what Oluwaseun was saying makes sense. I think this is in relation to because his earlier comment was that Caicedo has the capacity, and he's saying profiles can be built, meaning that Caicedo's profile and ability or capacity to be a captain can definitely be built down the road.
Oh, can be developed too.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I think so. Oluwaseun, correct me if I'm wrong, bros.
Oluwaseun. Wow, what a name. Mr. Oluwaseun. All right, let's give 55 minutes to go until the start of this game. I'm gonna have to put my hand in my pocket again to buy the pass from Chelsea website. Because I have to watch that game. No matter what, I have to watch it.
How much you going to pay?
I don't know yet. Because I was hoping that it's going to be free. Because I'm paying already for the entire year. But now that they're asking me for for whatever they ask me, so I have to pay extra.
Don't you have what is it? Is it can you sign by the 7-day trial and cancel after the game? Oops, did I say something? Oops.
Yes. You can do that in other website, but not in the Chelsea website, because they know people are gonna cancel immediately after the game. So yeah.
What about Paramount? Paramount doesn't do it for you?
Paramount would do it, but when they know me, they have my credit card, they have my address. I can't trick them anymore. You know what I mean? I can't do it. Yeah. I guess so. I have the same credit card that I use for those services. So.
If you need any tricks, we can I can hook you up. Don't worry.
I'm good.
If you need any back street in the street tricks, I can hook you up.
Okay, so Top said that I would be so disappointed if Carney and Noni are not given a chance. My Nigerian Brit bowler deserves sometimes on the pitch. Yeah. I respect that. When will we see the best of Modric? Modric need a loan. He need to play week in, week out. We can loan him to Arsenal. We loan him to you guys. You're gonna make him like Kai Havertz, right? So please take him for only 100 million, and we should be fine. Good evening, all. Bella Donna is greeting you, people. Pira.
Hey, Bella.
Pira Gishushi said that I think the lineup is good. It's always good, bro. The problem is when we play and then we start asking questions. I think we are good enough to beat them, at least on paper, though. Aziz, go on, man. I'm tired talking.
Hey, Mr. Oz. I'm driving, so I'm just listening to what you guys are saying.
Yes, sir.
So I want to respect the panel. It said no talking while driving. So I'm listening to what you guys are saying.
All right.
But I saw the lineup. I don't know, man. It's what it is.
That's what we got, right?
It's what it is, and this season is me and Chelsea. Is what it is. But is our uncle playing today? That's what I want to know.
He's on the bench.
Okay. That's our big bros.
This guy. Yeah, man. Yeah, drive safely. And you know what? I've been in Atlanta. It took me like 25 minutes to get to the highway. We drove there in what is called rush hours. Everybody is coming back from work, right? Like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the evening. Lord have mercy. So I have to drive from Atlanta, Georgia, back to Charlotte, North Carolina. It took me more than 25 minutes even to get to the highway. Yeah. So congested. So Lord have mercy.
Atlanta is a beautiful city, bro.
A beautiful city, but it got like those big highways, like 6, 7, or 8 kind of lanes that you get lost easily, and you can bump somebody very easily, especially during rush hours.
And there's young money. There's a lot of young money in Atlanta. Any young graduate that just comes out of university and looking for young money, go there, man.
I went there just to visit a friend in the hospital. Actually, he had a surgery there, and actually, what happened is I flew from Kentucky to North Carolina to visit a friend, and that friend told me that another friend is in the hospital, had an accident, and was planning to drive to Atlanta, and it was like a blessing for him because he got his license suspended. So I had to drive him I have to be his driver.
Why didn't you get a return ticket? You flew to Atlanta. Why didn't you get a return ticket? I don't get it.
No, listen.
You said you flew
from
to Atlanta.
No, I flew from Kentucky to
Atlanta.
No, to North Carolina, Charlotte, right? To visit.
Okay. That's not what you said earlier. That's why I got
okay. Probably I made a mistake. Probably Atlanta, a lot of drinks in my head or something.
Okay, now that makes sense. So you flew to North Carolina, then drove
to Charlotte, North Carolina, and then that friend was preparing already to go to Atlanta to visit somebody who had an accident and who was in the hospital.
From Charlotte.
And then he didn't have the license. Okay. You know, his license got suspended. So I had to be his driver. You know what I mean?
So when you flew to North Carolina, you didn't have a return ticket back to Kentucky?
No.
Okay.
You don't get it. I pay both ways, right? But I went there for a week.
But it's cheaper. Okay, like if I'm going to Africa, I get where Mr. Oz is coming from. If I'm going to Africa, if I don't want to go through Atlanta, I go through Charlotte because it's cheaper for me. From Charlotte to Africa, it's cheaper for me.
Yeah, so
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the blue. Please mute yourself if you're not talking, Mr. Aziz. Okay, now it's good. What I'm saying is, I went to visit for 1 week in Charlotte, so I have my flight ticket. So it's a guarantee that I would take another flight from Charlotte to Kentucky, right? But when I got there, I had to drive to go to Atlanta and go back to Charlotte, North Carolina,
to fly back
to fly back. So I have all the time in the world because I had the entire week planned. So it's not like I missed my flight to go back.
That's what I was thinking.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So that
totally makes sense, my brother. Yes. That's what I wanted to confirm. I'm like, why would you take a one-way ticket?
I didn't do that.
Okay, so return.
I didn't do that.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
How long does it take to fly from Charlotte to from Kentucky to Charlotte?
Say it again.
Well, probably an hour or so.
Flight time.
Kentucky to Charlotte,
probably 1 hour or 1 hour and a half. It's not that far.
You know what they call it? They say the plane just flies up and flies down. That's basically that's the distance. That's how they do it. But okay, cool.
But it doesn't sound cheap. It sounds quite expensive, that 1 hour flight, whatever it is.
Sometimes, yeah. Oggs lives in the you don't know Oggs lives in a farm. Oggs is a big man. No, Oggs is a big man.
No, I'm not a big man. But sometimes it's better to fly than drive.
Absolutely.
Drive for 5-6 hours and all the risks and everything that can happen. Yeah, it's more safer to fly than drive.
No, I'm in Atlanta regularly for work. So beautiful city, man. If you want to have fun at night, daytime,
this guy is trying to get us to go party there.
I heard about the food.
It's a fun. No, in Atlanta, man. Anytime I'm in Atlanta, so much fun.
Atlanta food, I heard is
absolutely tons of food, and because I guess my Nigerian side as well, there's a huge Nigerian community. So a lot of my university friends that I graduated with,
you go eat fufu.
Yeah, a lot of them. We still play in that city. No, I love that city, man.
Yeah, there are a lot of like African food.
Absolutely,
African food shop that you can go there and you find yourself like local stuff from back home.
Tons, man.
Are we talking football here, or are we just lost on Atlanta, Georgia?
I was going to ask Aziz a question if he's still around.
Yes.
And so is he still there, Mr. Aziz?
He's driving. He doesn't want to talk a lot, so don't ask him until he gets home. Don't disturb him.
I want to ask him a question, Aziz.
Moriba Leighton, my brother. I think you are from Trinidad Tobago, right? Long time no see. Trinidad Tobago. I think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, keep going, Mr. People's Republic. I'm just responding.
I want to ask Mr. Aziz what he thinks, that because the panel sort of agrees that Madueke is probably going up for sale. How does he feel about this? Can he go or should he stay? Or
Madueke?
Okay, let me answer your question. For the Madueke, right now, I've lost. My connect. Like I said last time, all these players, I don't have connection no more with them no more. Since the likes of Messi Mount, Conor Gallagher, Chalobah, anything that makes me feel attached to Chelsea, Abramovich, this new board have torn it apart. So right now, if anybody wants to leave, you are free to go. I'm telling you right now. Me too.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out, okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
Aziz is gonna have a ticket. Let him get home safely. All right. So, Mr. My brother from another mother from Arizona, Mr. Andrew, said that Conference League for electricians and plumbers. Well, you can get smashed though because those electricians and plumbers are strong, man. They have strong hands. They can punch you in the face. So be careful because but no, this team that we played today is a very respectable team from Switzerland. They won leagues over there. They won the FA Cup in their level over there. They are regularly in some kind of European competition. So yeah, they are not totally like from Uzbekistan or, you know, like part-time players or something. No, these people, they are good. They are good. That's why I'm happy to see Vega, because Vega actually used to play in the Swiss League not long ago. So Mr. Moriba said that I hope Robert Sanchez loses his spot today. He's not playing today, so probably he already lost it. Mr. Zero said that there is no real captain anymore. They are just random guys who wear armband.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Random average Joe like me, captain of Chelsea Football Club.
Zero, my brother. Thank you for that.
Okay. Oluwaseun. Okay, so he says, let me read this quietly. The players will grow together, better together, perfect together. They will surely bring back the excitement back to Stamford Bridge again. Blue is the color, football is the game. We are together. Nah. Okay. All right. I love your positivity, you know. I like your positivity here. Mr. Ulatunji. Oh, I think KSI names Ulatunji too. So he said that blessing, we love you. Thank you so much. We love you here in the channel too. Thank you for stopping by, my brother. How big Switzerland is as a country? People's Republic been there a lot, so he can explain to. How big is Switzerland compared to Kentucky, for example?
I think Kentucky is probably bigger. Everything in America is bigger, but Switzerland.
Yeah, one state is just one state could be the entire European Union over there in Europe. Like, let's take California, right? You can put the entire European Union in California. So I don't know how small or how big it is. I don't have numbers, but I think it's very small, but very beautiful though. The Alps, the mountains, the landscape. Oh my goodness.
What about chocolat?
Yeah, well, they are cheese. Chocolat is more about Belgium. Cheese is the specialty of Swiss or Switzerland.
Switzerland is a very beautiful place, but your pocket has to be, loaded when you get to that place. If you don't take care, your money will be gone. Like, it's so expensive. I was in Basel. I was in Basel, and I was also in Zurich. And one good thing about the place is when you get to the airport, they will just check you in. You can use, I think, a pass for the ferry and for the buses and everything. So you don't have to think about transportation. You just hop in and out. And it's a very beautiful place.
Yeah, it's a country that you don't really need like a personal car.
Yeah,
because there are so many connection in terms of train, in terms of like those buses with electrical wires and on top. I don't know how they call them. They call them over there. And
The cable cars.
Yeah, something like that. It's
That
so
is-
easy. Why
that's
are you
the
gonna
only
need a
place-
car over there?
That's the only place I got there with like American passport, and I still waited for like almost 10 minutes. And it can tell you the way they like scrutinize stuff over there. Unlike other EU countries where you go, they see your passport, you are out. But over there,
They
they
have
have
to
to like
double check,
stop
make
you,
sure.
do so many things. And I mean, it's a very nice country, very beautiful place. Anyway, I'm here for like just some few minutes, and
Yeah, we're
so
gonna be here
I'm
for a
done with
few
work.
minutes too. You know how we do. We're
Yeah,
gonna go
until
watch the game and then come back at halftime. That
yeah,
is the
later
same
on I
way
will
we're
see
gonna
you
do.
guys
Yes, sir.
after the game. So what I'm going to talk about is I can't believe Chelsea is now playing on a Thursday, and a team like Aston Villa. I'm not disrespecting Aston Villa, but I never thought that a time will come where Chelsea will be playing on a Thursday night and Aston Villa will be playing Champions League football. And this is so appalling. If you're a Chelsea fan, you have to be concerned. And I've been stating this for a very long time. And the problem with the community or with our fans is we are not together. There are some section who feel like the owners are doing a very good job, so we should let them be. And there are others like me who are very concerned. And whichever way you think or you see the problem, a time will come and some of you will realize that at least we're fighting for a better cause. How can a team like Chelsea be playing a conference of, although we've not played this competition before, it would be nice if we decorate our drawers with all those kind of caps. It would be good. That way we'll say that we won all the European caps, including the World Club Championship. But we have to ask ourselves that, are we at the top level we used to be? And gradually we are fading out. And what people don't know is a team like Parma used to be a very good team. A team like Anderlecht, they used to be a very good team. I can name a whole lot of teams who used to be very good, but now they are nowhere to be found. Are we ready to find ourselves, or are we ready to embrace ourselves with that kind of experience? You'll be surprised that a time will come we'll be fighting for relegation. And we are not far from there. If 2 years ago or 3 years ago we placed 13th, what is the possibility of us not fighting for to avoid relegation? It's most likely. And we keep on telling people that these owners, they are not doing the right thing, but they will feel like some of us we like to talk or we like to complain, but it's fair. And I
Okay.
can tell you that we have some young players that we are destroying their careers. And I don't know who are advising these players. They should have left a long time ago. Why have we ruined David Washington's career? Destro Fafana, Kasede, Chukwumeka, who else? We have a whole lot of them. We bought Omari Hutchinson from Arsenal with the hope that he is going to play with Chelsea. But what happens? We just sold the guy. And look at what is happening right now. So toxic. It was today I realized that they are taking Raheem Sterling's JC number to Pedro Neto. How would you let this guy fall whilst he's still here? He hasn't got a new club. You are doing everything to show him that he is worthless. You don't need him anymore. That is not the way you have to go about things. You have to be a bit civil. You need to show him some respect. At least, even if it's not that good, we should remember that there was a time Raheem Sterling scored some goals for Chelsea. When he came here, at least he did his best. And we can say that, okay, right now he's not up to the task or he's just declining in his career. We don't treat people like that. Chaloba is still here. I don't know which team he's going to go to. We still have Petrovic, who decided to move from MLS and come to Chelsea. They are all here. They don't know where they are going. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, what is the plan? what are we trying to achieve? What are the goals? If you want to sell the project, what are you doing to tell the fans that, hey, you guys shouldn't be worried because we are on course for whatever we are doing? But we don't see it like that. You totally sold everything that we had. If we knew that's how they were going to screw up, then we could have even kept this guy, Kai Havertz, Jorginho, and all those guys. We could have left some of them here. You solve a problem and you created the same problem. And some of us, it doesn't make sense to us, and we'll continue to be fighting for a better thing
like
for this
right now,
football
my
club.
brother, I think it's too late to complain. I think we are where we are, and we
No,
have
but
just to
it's
hope
never
for the
too late.
best.
Oh, trust me, it's
Because,
never too late. If we say it's too late, that means
well, like now, what you're gonna change? We
drastically.
have the game starting in 30 minutes. What are you gonna change right now? It's
Right
nothing.
now,
What
what
I'm
we can
saying
change,
is
it's
like,
never late. The windows, hold on, the windows is never it hasn't ended. We have a problem we haven't even solved yet. Who is going to strike for us if Osimhen or a top class striker is not in our team right now? Who is going to score? Just are we going to go by what we experienced last season, where Nicolas Jackson were missing some chances and he was scoring some chances? If we have a prolific striker for our team, and the way some of these boys have been creating chances, obviously some of us will be, content with whatever they are doing. But there is a situation
but you
they are
just said that the
misplacing
window
our
is not
priorities.
over yet, so we have just to
Yeah,
keep.
that's what I'm saying. That
Yeah.
some of us, if we are talking, we need to talk until they do the right thing. We are doing like we are misplacing our priorities, which hurts so much. What was the sense spending money to go get 2 goalies whilst we already have something already? So some of us will continue to be making the noise. I hope and I believe by the end of this season, or should I say by the close of the window, we'll get a very good striker for that person to come here. But we are still watching the project. As for me, I have decided not to even register as a member for this season. And so they are doing the right thing. I cannot be wasting time. I'm not going to waste time to buy any merchandise from the Chelsea store. It's not worth it until they do the right thing. And I'll also make sure that people will stop doing some of these things, because if they want to make money, they have to think about our football club first before they do any other thing. It is good for them to make money, but they need to show us that they are working so hard. They can't be like African politicians where they do nothing and they steal from the people. It's not going to work in this football club.
Hello, Oaks.
I hope they do the right thing,
Yes.
and they do the right thing for everybody, for us to enjoy. So I will leave you guys after the game. We are going to
Yes, we're
come
gonna
back
be here.
and
We
talk
have
about so
time.
many things.
We have the night
Big ups
time
to
also.
big ups to Ice, my brother, to how that guy from, I think, Norway or
Mark,
Denmark.
my brother, happy
Yeah,
things, my brother. I hear you.
yeah. Take care, bro.
Take care,
I will
take
see
care,
you
my
guys
brother.
soon.
Take care. All right. Yes, Ice, you wanted to say something?
No, I'm just listening.
Okay, good.
I'm
Mr.
being a good
Nana,
audience.
Nana, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm there. Oaks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening from Ghana.
Yes, sir. I saw you driving, and I didn't want you to.
Yes, I'm at home now.
Okay, right. So, what you have to say?
Yes, so far so good. My only problem has to do with the goalkeeping and the defense.
Okay.
I think Chalobah should have been there, but we can't cry over spilt milk.
Okay.
We need, I hope, by the end of the season, you get Osimhen should come. If Osimhen join before the window closes, the best. I see this team to be far stronger than last season. So let's hope for the best. Don't let us think Todd Bowley and co are spending their money and they don't know what they are doing. They have a plan. They have a plan. So let us groom these people for about 6 months and see how the end will be. I think the only problem I have is the goalkeeping. I see Sanchez not to be the best. He's that slow in the goal post, the 2 posts. So Petrovic should have stayed. That's the only problem I have. But Wow, the coach knows best. But I see that things are going to improve. Things are going to improve this season. Let's see our next match and see what will happen. I know Chelsea is going to improve more than last year's what we did. Yes.
Yeah, hopefully, Jorgensen can take that position number 1 from Robert Sanchez, because if you are looking for somebody to play from the back, I haven't seen anything from Jorgensen yet. So today is going to be a good opportunity for us to really watch him closely, what he's going to be doing from the back. And let me remind people, Jorgensen in goal, Disasi, Tosen, Badiashile, Vega, Caicedo is the captain today. KDH, Nkunku, Neto, Mudrik, and Mark Gill. On the bench, Robert Sanchez, Bettinelli. This is a specialist in warming the bench. He never played for Chelsea. I think he played like 1 League Cup or something. Colwell, Gusto, Kukurea, Lavia, Enzo, Madueke, Palmer, and Nicholas Jackson. So let me try to find also the Swiss Servette lineup if I can find it somewhere. But Mr. People's Republic, are you still there, or are you taking a nap after hard work hard day of at work?
I was listening to Mr. Mark there in his essay.
Mark has an agenda, vendetta against the owners. He just can't take them, and he can't handle those people anymore. He's just like John Obi Mikel, right? So he's like, John Obi Mikel is going to punch somebody in the face one day. He's so angry about everything happening at Chelsea right now. You can tell. Like, he's like, what you guys doing?
I was busy looking at Chelsea website trying to find the stream for this, but I can't find the stream.
Is it there? Just when you open the website, it's gonna ask you. I'm gonna have even to leave like 10 minutes earlier so I can freaking pay them the money and get ready for the game.
Chelsea Football Club. Let's see.
Let's go Chelsea. Conference League and double check.
Chelsea Football. Official.
So I'm trying to find the lineup. Even these people here from Conference League, they even don't take it seriously, to be honest. Yeah, official page, and they don't even have the lineup for the teams. This is embarrassing.
That's what happens when you play with fruit and vegetable sellers.
You guys are terrible.
You don't get the required media coverage.
It's not like official yet though. It's still kind of playoffs, and like nobody takes it seriously. So Servette FC, let's see. I see them in Stamford Bridge here. Come on, just put your lineup here. Jeudi. No. What's going on now with these people? Even in the... Oh, yeah, here. Wait. Nobody knows nobody here, so... Yeah. I don't even care anymore about their lineup because I don't know anybody. I don't recognize anybody, so... It is what it is. Canada. Let's go. Are you still there, Henry? You're muted. We can't hear you. Are you still there, Mr. Henry? No? Nope. He's not talking. So, people, we have 10 minutes to go until I take a break. We're gonna be back after the first half to comment on the first half. But everything is gonna be on the screen though. If you don't have anywhere to listen or to watch, you can just stay here and just good old time radio style kind of commentary. So Nana is gone. Nana, what is your...
I'm not gone, I'm here.
What is your score prediction for today?
Chelsea should win by at least 3-1.
3-1, at least for the almighty Blues. I went for 3-0. I want to see a clean sheet. Feel good factor at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, 3-0 for me.
Yeah, but I know they've not played together for quite long, though the team is not that head off, but I know they'll play because it has been a team for a very long time. The cohesion is there. So
yeah, they are more a team than Chelsea. They've been together for a long period of time. I agree with you on this one.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
All right.
It's going to be well.
Huh?
It's going to be well.
We'll do well? Okay.
I said it's going to be well. Shouldn't worry. We need to win our next match in the Premier League. That's all.
Henry, go ahead. We can't hear you.
What? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hey, hello everyone, and thank you again, Ox, and thank you for this platform. I was wondering, what is the subject? So I'm not going.
The game is here. The game is here. You can talk about the game, the lineup, or anything really.
I haven't really checked the lineup, but what I'm expecting is that these guys go and take this game seriously, and they shouldn't see it as, take your frustration from the Man City game to this game, and win convincingly too. You have to. But I wouldn't be surprised if the results go otherwise. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a slow build-up or people passing from the back and there's no progressive play. I wouldn't be surprised about that. And again, a team like this, when, they've surely been playing together for a while, so they know one another. And so when they face teams like Chelsea, they want to prove themselves. Right? Even if they couldn't prove themselves against Braga, whom they played before, whom they lost the Europa League qualification to, they want to prove themselves to Chelsea. This is Chelsea. Right? So being the biggest team, or being the biggest team and the best team on paper for this Europa League, it will come with its own challenges. So we won't be surprised if a team lines up 5 at the back, just to make things really difficult for Chelsea.
The way I see it is just like a preseason extension. It's good though. They have to park the bus because many teams we're gonna play against are gonna park the bus. So it's a good thing that it's happened now, so we can practice. So this is an extension to the preseason.
That is true. Even in my own personal opinion, I think we would have benefited from another 2 or 3 preseason games before the season. So this can count as one of those extra games where Maresca would have to learn again.
Yeah.
His team and know who works, what is his best 11. The earlier he determines that, the better, so that he doesn't fall, into.
We have a game on Sunday. We have a game on Sunday, and he need also to start thinking about Sunday. So, Bella.
Exactly.
Bella Donna say that I can tell you where I watch matches for free if anyone is interested. Yeah, tell us. Put the link there, and we're gonna tell people. Well, I'm going to freaking pay, I don't know, $10 or $15 to watch, but other people probably won't be able to buy the pass. So, yeah, tell us, put the link, and people are gonna need to know your little secret where you watch games on free. I wish I had all the games on free. The amount of packages and cables and internet subscription that I'm paying is just crazy. Some of them that I will pay like for one game and then I forgot to cancel, and then it's gonna be counting for month and month, and you just realize on your credit card, like, oh my goodness, I didn't cancel this service, and they've been charging me for 5 months. This is this is freaking crazy what is happening here, man. I wish, like, in Canada they can have like the zone, and you have pretty much everything you need in terms of football, women football, Champions League, and stuff like that.
Oh, you just reminded me. Well, I'm gonna send you a private message about something that we talked about.
Okay, just send the message. Send the
I'm gonna
message.
send you a private message about it. But yeah, today we're hoping that this team goes out there and does it. So I'm kind of excited too to see how they are going to take this competition. And
a cup is a cup, my brother. You win.
Let them win. Let them win. Like your video said, they have to fight and win.
Yeah, fight and win. That guy is from like a Seattle Sandal mascot or whatever they call. He's funny. Fight and win. Go you Seattle. Go you Seattle.
Fight.
So if they don't win, then we'll come here and we'll express how unhappy we are.
Yeah, today we have a show, like halftime show, the aftermath show, and tonight I'm trying to make a little bit regular that night show because my Blue Army, everybody is just kind of very quiet, very quiet at home. So that time nobody's gonna bother you or anything, and you can talk to people because
that's true.
You know what I mean?
Oaks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to leave you for now, but I don't know whether you've discussed maybe later on.
Yes, you come at halftime or you come after the game or you come tonight. Just put your notification on because now we're going like 2 o'clock in Ghana. We are live. Or 4 o'clock or whatever time in your location. We're trying to do some night, very, very late shows. So don't worry about it, my brother. Come back anytime you have. Have a good one. Have a good one. Don't drive and drink. Don't drink and drive. No. How can you can drive and then go drink? You just can't drink and drive. That's what I'm talking about. You don't drink and drive, but you can drive and go home and drink. That's the way it is, right? That's the way it is.
Okay. So also, I wanted to find out from you. Do you have any updates, any news, any transfer news updates for today? I haven't had a chance.
It's just like a same old boring. Nothing really is moving. Besides, Broja is gonna be confirmed. Ipswich, Chelsea are offering Raheem Sterling to Aston Villa. And then you know what that means? That means Chelsea could go back for John Duran because this is the kind of deals that we've been making. Okay, you give us this, we give you this. So I see here that the last minute we might not even go for Osimhen. We go back to Duran because we didn't get Omorodion. So you don't know what to expect with this team, Chelsea Football Club.
Oh, that's a very that's a very, very, very important point that you brought up because I'm with this team now. I'm cautiously optimistic, right? You have some optimism, but it's a lot of caution. You have to check because Chelsea has interest in this John Duran, and it has been for a while. So if you start seeing links like that with Aston Villa, it is possible we won't end up with Osimhen. It is in fact, the possibility is higher than the impossibility. It's very high that we will not end up with him. That Lukaku might go, but we will not end up with Osimhen. It's very, very possible.
Yes. Somebody is very funny here. Mr. Zero said that if we win the conference, if we win the conference league, I can't even finish the sentence. I will be super happy to donate that cup to Arsenal. They can keep that among those shiny bottle they have won in recent seasons. That is a punch in the face right there. We won it and then we donate it to Arsenal. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, Arsenal, man. Arsenal always, they win every single season. Yeah. They were going to win everything. We are going to win everything. Charles.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know they had more points last season than their Invincibles team, but they didn't have anything to show for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good point.
It's nothing. Like it was a record for them, but there was nothing to show for it.
What time the game is gonna start? It's gonna start in 13 minutes. So I don't know the time. I put the timer over there. You can see on the screen, just so you can know just the timer instead of your location, because depend on where you live. So it's gonna start in 12 minutes, and I'm still here for 3 more minutes because I have to go to the Chelsea website, pull my credit card, try to buy the pass and watch the game. So it's gonna take me a little while to do that. And everything is gonna be on the screen, commentary and everything. And then I come back at halftime, and then after the game. And then tonight at some point we have a show, you know, for people who stay late, for what they call them, like late owls or something. Night owl, late owl, night owl. Yeah,
night owls. Tell me something. Do you know this? Do you know this page, B Sport?
B Sport, I don't know.
It's got all the games there. I don't know how much you pay. The question is, how much do you pay to watch? It's got all the games.
I don't know. Just don't look for random internet things, because those people, they will send viruses to you. They will block your computer, and then they will tell you to click here and send the money, and we're gonna block your. You are at risk of something. There are some very bad apocalypse and zombie apocalypse happening to you. Click here now, and you click there, and you put yourself in more trouble, and they're gonna start clicking, and then they got to your computer and they steal your information. So if you go online and Google, where can I watch this? I don't trust those things. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't trust anybody that tells you to click here and click here, okay? Mr. Bella said that what address said that not Donna said that your address that you sent, it's not working. Like the copy of what you just said is not working. But Donna, you told us that you know a secret where you watch your games for free. You didn't tell us. You just promised us to say, but you didn't say it. Would you win the lot if this is... What do you mean? The lottery? The lottery if this was... I don't get your question, my brother Andrew. London still blue? Yes, of course. Just use ad blocker. What do you mean? Use ad blocker for what? For those websites? I don't know. I don't trust them, man. Back in the day, like 15 years ago, they tried to steal money from me. I know back in college and stuff, when like people just try to sell you something and you click on the link and you get in trouble. So American born in Arizona. I mean, our total trophy collection, like winning the lot. Oh, okay. I got you. I'm gonna go around and ask you to say whatever you wanna say, or you wanna give your result. And I'm gonna take a break because I have to get online, look where my credit card is, and buy the pass from Chelsea website. Stay tuned. Watch, listen to the commentary, and I'll be back at halftime. Mr. People's Republic, anything you want to say?
What is not you normal to say? Empty your pocket.
Well, you can't empty now because we still have a long show, though.
I know.
We're still here, so it's just like temporarily. Go watch the game on your own. Come back
I just love that.
Huh?
You know, if you had merchandise, I keep telling you this. If you had merchandise, you have so many great sayings. You could sell so much.
We're gonna create some online store that yeah.
I have
storyline that we can put on some merch, right?
And one of those merch I would definitely buy is empty your pockets.
Empty your pocket. Good. I would do that. I would sign the shirt, and then it's gonna cost 10,000 10 years from now. Okay, Mr. Henry, you wanna say something? And go prepare your stream and come back at halftime.
I was this competition. You know, when I learned that we've qualified for it, I was thinking, is this really important for us? Because I remember, that was before I remember, I think last season, Juventus were supposed to play in it, but they withdrew because they didn't see the need to play in it, right? It's like, this is below us. This is below our standard. This is below our standard. So they withdrew from it because it didn't bring them any. They didn't see the benefit.
Okay, so what the point you're trying to make? Like we should have boycott this competition.
So my initial thought when we qualified for that, I was thinking, wouldn't be
Would be fine for Chelsea to just
good idea for Chelsea to just say, you know what, we are going to put our resources and fight to try and get at least a Europa League position or a Champions League to reap the financial reward.
When you win this conference, when you win Conference League, you are, next season you are guaranteed to go to the Europa League. When you win this Conference League, you go to Europa League, and we have a young team that don't understand each other. I think it's going to be a good competition to test different things, different combination, and then prepare for the league. So this competition is going to be used to test what we're trying to do, and I think it's going to be beneficial for many players who don't even have playing time. So I think it's good. Listen, we're going to come here at halftime. I need to register to the website. It might take me 10 minutes. The game is about to start like in 6 minutes, so I'll be back.
I'm out. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I will see you in halftime, people. Stay tuned.
Needed saving by Jorgensen. And the ball spoons behind for the first Servette corner of the evening. You can hear the roar from the travelling supporters to our left. That was a good period of play.
Really good, really good. First of all, they kept the ball, and then they were able to get inside the box. And you're right, Contessa, who has got 4 goals in the last 7, he tested Jorgensen there, didn't he? Decent save from the keeper.
Timothy Cognac to take this corner from the right-hand side. You feel set pieces, probably Servette's best opportunities to cause an upset here at Stamford Bridge. Needs a good delivery here. An experienced midfielder. He's played it short to Contessa on the edge of the area. Contessa trying to dribble away from Guiu did well there, sliding in. It's behind for another corner though. A little bit of pressure being applied here.
Well, it shows they've got quality players, of that there's no doubt. They're technical, they're more than decent. Contessa has already looked very dangerous. Haven't seen Timothy Cognac yet, who is arguably the best player in the Swiss league. But Chelsea just need to be careful defensively.
And you wonder if he might whip this delivery into the penalty area. Contessa again has offered himself for the short ball, but it is a bit more direct, but it's headed away by Guiu at the near post. Picked up by the Japanese Tsunemoto on the edge of the box and recycled back out to Cognac on the right hand side. That's a decent looking ball into the area, headed away by Moises Caicedo, and now Chelsea may be able to counter. Vega, who can play on either flank, doesn't take the opportunity to come forward on the right hand side, and Chelsea will build from deep. 0-0 with 16 minutes gone, but just a little bit of concern last couple of minutes for Enzo Maresca, the bold-headed Chelsea head coach who was twice a UEFA Cup winner during his playing days with Sevilla. He's out on the edge of the technical area, arms outstretched. Just looks a little bit concerned because again Servette have won the ball high up the field with Mazikou, finding Contessa. They're growing in confidence here, the Swiss side at Stamford Bridge. Contessa running it to Sassi, playing it to the edge of the penalty area. Plenty of blue shirts back there, and it was blocked by Dewsbury Hall as Cognac let fly, but still Servette in possession, and Chelsea at the moment are pinned back inside their own half, Scott Minto.
Yes, they are, after the first 10-15 minutes where Chelsea were in full control. Servette realise they can do something here.
Good ball over the top to Stefanovic, and Vega sliding in powerfully. Turns it behind for another corner. He passed the ball well at times in the last few minutes, and that was a decent piece of defending from Renato Vega.
Yeah, Mazikou just nipped in before the ball got to Pedro Neto. And Neto, we know how good he is going forward and how quick. And Mazikou looks like he's up for the fight here, and a marauding left back, and certainly started that move for Servette.
Another corner then, third of the game, all for the visitors. Timothy Cognac over it, right-footed towards the near post again, doesn't beat the first man. Guiu, who volleys it away left-footed, is out of play for a Servette throw right in front of Enzo Maresca, the Chelsea manager. Thomas Haberle, the Servette boss, to his left, wearing a pair of white trainers and grey trousers and dark jumper. Former Estonia head coach, so plenty of experience in that dugout. I think after riding the early Chelsea storm, he'll be pretty pleased with the way his team have grown into the game. We played 18 minutes and we await the first goal. Come on Chelsea is the cry, and you can just sense the home supporters getting a bit agitated with this spell of pressure that Servette are currently forcing upon them.
Now it's not actually about trying to attack, it's just keeping the ball, and they're just quieting the Chelsea crowd at the moment.
We welcome listeners from Talk Sport at this point. We've played 18 minutes. It's Chelsea 0, Servette 0. Chelsea started like a train. Could have been in front inside 2 minutes mark. Guiu rounded the goalkeeper, but couldn't get his shot on target. May have been offside anyway. But Servette in the last 4 or 5 minutes have started to ask some questions of the Chelsea backline. The home fans just beginning to voice their frustration as Mudryk bundles over Stefanovic down the right hand side. It's going to be a free kick here in a promising position. 0-0.
He doesn't need to make that challenge. You know, he's going towards the corner flag. He knows he wants a bit of physical contact. Goes down, and now it's the equivalent of a corner. I have to say, after me bigging up Timothy Cognac and how good a player he is, his set pieces have been poor, but they can't keep on giving away these type of set pieces in these dangerous areas, Chelsea.
Well, it's not Cognac on this free kick. It's the Yugoslav Stefanovic, just shy of the right corner flag. So they've got 6 players up for the attack. Again, it's towards that far post area, but the first head on it was a Chelsea one. Here's Mazaku, the left back, linking up with Katessa, and he's continued his run. Mazaku tries to cut it back. He got a deflection off Disasi, and that allows Chelsea to clear the ball towards the halfway line. We play 20 minutes, and it's Chelsea 0, Servette 0. Pedro Neto back there in the right back position, trying to close down Katessa and winning a throw for his team.
And look, you know, it doesn't matter who you're playing at this type of level in a European competition. You're not going to dominate the game for the whole of the 90 minutes, but I think Maresca will be disappointed just how the last 5, 6, 7 minutes have gone, where they started off so well, and now not only are Servette able to get into Chelsea's half, but they've created a couple of chances. They've already tested Jorgensen, and now they're feeling confident enough to just kind of keep the ball and dictate the tempo of the game. That shouldn't be happening for Chelsea.
Well, the team they sent out here against City at the weekend was the second youngest opening day lineup in Premier League history, and I guess it's one of the issues when your modus operandi in the transfer market is to invest in up and coming young players. You can spread the payments over a long contract and maybe have a bit of sell on value as well, but you do need some senior heads in there when maybe things aren't going so well.
Well, especially when this is a club that all been about the here and now, the senior pros.
Long throw into the Chelsea penalty area. Not brilliant defending by Disasi. Flicks it up in the air, and shot comes in from Servette, and Katessa with a follow-up effort. Saved down to the right by Jorgensen. I think the initial chance was probably the better one. It may well have been David Dulin, who just miscued his shot, but it was poor defending from Disasi in the first place, not clearing the cross.
Yeah, and the danger is, or you know, what we're seeing at the moment now is Servette are the better side. So again, it's one thing to create chances, another thing against it, with all due respect, a side that, as you say, got hammered 6-0 by Basel not that long ago, to come here and start dictating the tempo of the play. And now the midfielders have to get on the ball. Moises Caicedo as well, the standing captain this evening. You know, he's that main linchpin just in front of the back four, the back three when Vega comes in. Got to get hold of the ball, got to say, no, this is about us now, we're going back on the front foot again, and then try and get the ball out wide if they possibly can, where we know that Mudryk and certainly Neto have great pace and surely should trouble these fullbacks.
Well, the noise you can hear inside Stamford Bridge is largely being generated by those travelling Servette fans away to our left. Many of them have taken their shirts off. It is a warm night in London.
You're going to do the same?
Plenty of beer bellies on display. You wouldn't want to see that, not again. You saw it in Tenerife.
I did see that more than once. Still having nightmares about it.
We've reached the midway point of the first half here. You're listening to Talk Sport 2, Chelsea 0, Servette 0. A night when Chelsea were expected to win comfortably. They started brightly enough, but Servette have looked threatening in the last few moments. Here's Dewsbury Hall, though, finding Mudryk inside the penalty area as he tried to flick it across the 6-yard line. Uecl was there, and Chelsea have their first corner of the game.
Better from Chelsea. And Dewsbury Hall getting involved in there. It was a really good first-time ball. And Mudryk not quite able to carry on and flick on the cross, but at least now it's down the other end, and Chelsea have a corner and a chance to try and score the first goal.
And only Moises Caicedo has been left back downfield, keeping an eye on Derek Katessa in case there was an opportunity for a counter-attack from this corner. Looks like Nkunku is going to play it in, right-footed towards the 6-yard line. Goalkeeper came and didn't get there, and it was headed behind for another corner. Enzo Crivelli, the striker we've barely mentioned so far, back defending. He wasn't convinced by the goalkeeper on that set piece. And Chelsea with the corner from the far right-hand side this time. Pedro Neto just bounces the ball down a couple of times. The £54 million signing from Wolverhampton Wanderers. 10 assists last season for him. Takes the corner short into Mudryk. Mudryk with the curling cross from the far right-hand side, and it's just about cleared away at the second time of asking. Collected by Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, who's nipped it away on this left-hand side from his marker. It's a teasing ball into the near post again. The goalkeeper, I don't think, was going to get there, and it's headed behind for another Chelsea corner. Good spell, this.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was Badiashile who almost got in there. And Dewsbury Hall starting to be a little bit more influential in the game. Showed a good bit of pace, a little bit deflection on the cross.
I'm not sure what that corner was all about. Pedro Neto spotted something nobody else did. Played it into nobody on the edge of the penalty area, and Servette clear up to the halfway line.
That was ridiculous, wasn't it? I don't know what Pedro Neto was thinking. There was no one even giving him the eyes, the contact, saying, yeah, I'm ready for it, and he's tried to play a quick one and just completely lost the opportunity of a possible goal for Chelsea.
6 corners already, 3 apiece, 0-0 the score, 25 minutes gone on TalkSport 2. Chelsea have lost only 2 of their last 14 Premier League home games. Of course, one of those was against City at the weekend, but they were on a decent run under Mauricio Pochettino here at Stamford Bridge at the back end of last season. And but for Manchester United's somewhat surprise FA Cup win over City, they would have gone straight into the Europa League by virtue of finishing 6th in the table, but dropped down into the Conference League playoffs, with United taking that spot in the Europa. Here comes Servette, with Contessa leading the charge down their left-hand side. 0-0 the score. Well defended by Dewsbury Hall. He's got a good engine on him. One of Leicester City's key players as they won promotion back to the Premier League last season. Player, of course, Enzo Maresca knows well. Here's Nkunku on the halfway line for Chelsea. Neto, Rise the challenger one defender, plays the ball into the centre circle, and Vega, collected by Badiashile, out to the left hand side to the Ukrainian Mudryk. A couple of step overs from him as he comes infield towards the penalty area, plays a 1-2 with Crivelli, the Servette striker, and it's collected now down the left hand side by Vega. Some flashes tonight, Mykhailo Mudryk, but again there gave the ball away too cheaply in a promising position. I guess that's somewhat been the story of his Stamford Bridge career.
Yeah, you know, there's no doubt about it. He's got pace, he's got skill, and he's got the football intelligence.
Little back heel into Dewsbury Hall ahead of him on this near side. Dewsbury Hall rarely wastes a pass, finds Badiashile, now Caicedo the skipper. Disasi to his right hand side. Neto is hugging that far touchline, and Disasi's found him. Neto coming in on his left foot, back to Caicedo once more, right in the centre of the Servette half. 27 on the clock, we await the first goal of the evening. Here's Tosin, number 4 on his back. Squad numbers have been a hot topic in these parts over the last week or so. Neto's had 2 in 2 games, wore the number 19 jerseys. He came off the bench in the Premier League at the weekend. That was once inhibited by Broja. Here's Neto now wearing 7, taking on the left back Mazikou, but they're firing across tamely into the side netting for a goal kick for the visitors.
Do you know what I have to say? Really good defending from Mazikou there. I mean, he's been done for pace, but he showed him down the outside, and Neto being left-footed, you know, he kind of stopped and wanted to come back inside again, and in the end Mazikou didn't let him do that, so he's tried to cross with his right foot, and it's been a really poor cross. So again, good defending from the left back, and Neto has to find a way to, once he goes past him, either put a decent cross in on his right foot, find a way to come inside on his left.
This is Moises Caicedo for Chelsea, just inside his own half. He rolls the ball out to the left, and Badiashile. Now Tosin picks out Neto on the far right touchline. Mudryk's in acres of space on this near left hand side if they choose to switch the play. Badiashile looks up and belatedly plays the pass to the feet of the Ukrainian. Good ball forward to Guiu, holds it up well, picked up by Mudryk. Mudryk with a shot, right footed, low but wide of the near post, and quickly accelerated onto the loose ball after it had been well held up by Guiu. I wonder, Scott Minto, if he could have taken an extra touch before getting the shot away.
Well, I think he could have done. And I think it was Nkunku as well, was alongside him, where he could have passed to him. And I don't blame him necessarily for having the shot, but once you're on the edge of the box, get into the box with that touch. Because there's going to have to be some strike to beat the goalkeeper from there. I just feel he did really well initially with the skill and playing it into Guiu, and he followed his run. But again, I think that's the problem with him. He's got all the attributes, but has he got the football intelligence? Has he got the composure to know in the real crucial moment, what do I need to do here? Do I shoot? Do I take a touch and shoot? Or do I take a touch, bring the defender in and then pass it? And I think he ended up making the wrong option.
It looked like the goalkeeper Frick, to be fair, had that right hand post covered.
Yeah, he did.
Still yet to be seriously tested, the Servette captain, which I think would be a source of frustration for Enzo Maresca. Lovely switch of play by the visitors out to the left hand side. Coutessa is dispossessed by Neto, and now Disasi, the right fullback, takes over, plays it back into his own penalty area.
Well, the stats suggest that was the first shot on or off target for Chelsea. I think that's a little bit harsh with what happened with Guiu in the first couple of minutes, but even so,
yeah, it wasn't really a shot though, was it? He almost just ran it wide of the post in the end.
But came very close to a goal. But whether you count it, whether you don't, I don't think it's been enough in the first half an hour after what was a very good start in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, still goalless. I think Servette would have settled for that at the half an hour mark, and they've certainly offered glimpses going forward to suggest that maybe this Chelsea clean sheet that many of us were expecting is not necessarily assured. Here's Tsunemoto, the Japanese fullback. Good delivery, and it flashed right across the 6-yard line. Crivelli was up there, the centre forward, but just rolled away from him. Kept in play by Coutessa on that left touchline. Here's Mazikou. He's impressed me, wearing the bright orange boots, the Congolese international. Done a good job actually up against Pedro Neto, and has done well at forcing Chelsea's new number 7 back towards his own penalty box as well, which is not necessarily where he wants to be. Here is Konya on that far touchline. Mazikou fronted up by Axel Disasi, so he plays it out to Coutessa on the left. Coutessa 1-2 with Konya. Here's Mazikou again. He's got a bit of space on the edge of the penalty area. Didn't look necessarily comfortable bring it forward, so he rolls it out to the right hand side, and Tsunemoto once more, and that's a poor pass into Guiu, and this is where Chelsea can really move up through the gears. And Nkunku to Mudryk, edge of the penalty, and maybe should have switched it wide right there to Pedro Neto. He gets it finally from Mudryk, and he's going to shift onto his left foot, Pedro Neto, and he shoots it straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Powerful enough effort, but it's never really going to trouble Frick. Decent breakaway from Chelsea, but it's still goalless.
Yeah, good play for Mudryk there, you have to say. Nkunku gave him the ball, and it was a little bit behind him, so it gave the defender the opportunity to come back. So then what does he do? We'll talk about that football intelligence. Does he try to take him on? No, he realises Neto's in a very good position on the other side. He passes it to him, good pass. And Neto, again, I talked about trying to find a way to come inside. He did it there, and at least he was able to get a shot off. It was straight at the keeper. But I think it was a good attempt from Chelsea.
Here they come again, but sliding out was Frick before Pedro Neto could get on the end of the pass. Arrowed into him by Dewsbury Hall. That's more like it as far as Chelsea are concerned. They'll really want a goal before half-time. Here is Tsunemoto. Got space to run into on the Servette right-hand side. Mudryk back there now, but cuts in field Tsunemoto to Stefanovic. Tsunemoto again, yard in from the touchline. Stefanovic got a bit of space, and Mudryk didn't really track him this time, and the cross all the way along the 6-yard line again. Coutessa tries to keep it in, and the goalkeeper Jorgensen comes out bravely and smuggles the ball at the feet of the Servette left winger.
Tell you what, another great ball in from the right, just almost David Beckham-esque, whipping it in between the defenders and the goalkeeper. Jorgensen can't come out, centre half scared to touch it, and in the end it goes out to the right hand side where Disasi does really, really well. Chelsea coming back in control, but Servette do look dangerous at times, don't they?
I think it's been a really enterprising and entertaining opening 33 minutes, and certainly more even than probably we expected when you look at Servette's recent form, and that 6-0 defeat against Basel in particular. They won the Swiss Super Cup last season. In fact, their history in the last couple of decades is fascinating. 17 times champions of Switzerland, most recently back in 1999. They did drop at one stage all the way into the third tier due to financial issues. Here's Guiu, edge of the Servette penalty area, tried to smuggle it forward to Nkunku, who goes down, but there was no real appeal for a penalty, and the goalkeeper Frick picks up the loose ball and bowls it out quickly, too quickly as it turned out for Konya, and Mudryk wins it back for Chelsea 0-0.
Yeah, good defender from Maria there. He realised Nkunku just tried to get in between the two centre halves and just blocked him off. Chelsea fans wanting a penalty, but it wasn't. Referee right on the spot. Correct decision.
They had a few appeals here, didn't they, against City at the weekend. Anthony Taylor, referee, is not adored by the home supporters, it has to be said, but I think he got the big calls right on Sunday. Has Enzo Maresca got the big calls right tonight in terms of his team selection with those 9 changes, 6 full debutants, but clear-cut chances have been in short supply in the opening 35 minutes. Here's Mudryk, juggles the ball up on his thigh on the right-hand side, and then shows too much of it to Stevanovic, and he will volley it up towards the centre circle where Crivelli does well, actually. It's a beat Caicedo in the air. It's been a pretty lonely job for the sole striker for the Swiss visitors so far. Here's Stefanovic just inside Chelsea territory on the near right wing as we look.
Yeah, Crivelli's not touched the ball too much, but he knows he's gone away from home against one of the giants, certainly reputation-wise, of European football.
I'm not sure what the goalkeeper was doing there on the edge of his own penalty area. Almost dispossessed by Guiu in the end. The ball spoons off the teenager and out for a throw-in for the visitors.
It's almost they're too confident because they're comfortable with what's happening in front of them at the moment. And Jeremy Frick, very experienced, of course. He's almost a bit too casual there, and Mark Guiu does really well, almost getting lucky in terms of getting the knockdown and being able to put the ball in the back of the net. But I think it just shows how the Swiss side are feeling very confident right now.
And they would certainly have taken a goalless first half. We're still 9 minutes away from that. Oh, and a mistake there, almost by Badiashile, far too casual as he played the ball back towards Jorgensen. It was a long way off his line. He had to sprint to make sure he got there before it trickled into his net.
I'll tell you what, Jorgensen wasn't even looking at that time. It's lucky he didn't absolutely hammer that one, Badiashile, otherwise that would have gone in, own goal.
And what a moment that would have been. You could feel the nerves around Stamford Bridge. Certainly in the home sections anyway. Here is Jorgensen, the £20.7 million signing from Villarreal. Comes right into the centre of the Chelsea half and then plays it out to the right into Sassi. They've gone back for Badiashile. Dewsbury Hall showed a bit too much of that to Dulin, and then he's maybe a bit overzealous in the tackle. Dulin has come off worse, and it's going to be a free kick for Servette. He is combative, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. It's one of those, I think, where he was guilty of a heavy first touch in trying to atone for the error. Just went a bit over the top of the ball.
Yeah, the ball wasn't quite the best of balls from Vega, so he was stretching in the first place to try and get the ball under control. And Dulin was pressing really, really well, so he's kind of then just falling away and just stuck his leg out and caught him, but he's given away a free kick. And again, I wouldn't say it's in a really dangerous area, but if it's a really good ball that comes in, it certainly could be put in a dangerous area.
8 minutes of the first half to go, 0-0 the score. Timothy Cognac, who's been wasteful from the set piece he's taken so far, stands over the ball, wearing the white boots. That's a much better delivery, and it's headed from the edge of the penalty area straight into the gloves of Jorgensen. And that's more like it as far as Servette are concerned. And up from the back it was Rouillère with the header, but they're quickly retreating back towards their own area here because Mudryk was leading the counter-attack and he's passed it straight at Dulin. And here comes Servette on the counter. Contessa on the left-hand side, running at Disassi into the Chelsea penalty area. He's taken himself to a tight angle as he crosses towards the 6-yard line. It's swept away by Tosin. Really poor Mudryk on the counter-attack. Had to find a blue-shirted teammate and he couldn't. He's put his team under pressure here with 7 minutes and a half to go at 0-0.
I think it shows the confidence.
Tsunomoto's going to shoot from distance, takes a deflection off Tosin, and it's behind for a corner.
I was just about to say it shows the confidence of the Swiss side that when they won the ball back, 6 players were running on, believing they could maybe get that first goal, and then the ball comes to Tsunomoto 35 yards out, and I'm thinking he's not going to shoot from there, and he does. Again, it just shows the confidence they're feeling right now.
Well, have more corners, the visitors, than Chelsea have so far.
Had more shots on goal as well.
Cognac to play it in, right-footed from the left-hand side, and Guiu there doing his defensive duty at the near post. He's been good defending his own box, actually, Mark Guiu. He's a tall boy, as we mentioned early on. It's behind for another corner for Servette.
Yeah, I don't want to speak too soon. I'm not comparing, but Didier Drogba and Diego Costa were good in both boxes.
Ball played to the edge of the penalty area. Mazikou onto his right foot, drills the low shot in. It's cleared away by Dewsbury Hall, and Tsunomoto had to get there ahead of Pedro Neto and just cushioned the pass back to his goalkeeper Frick.
Do you know what? That was a great opportunity for Dewsbury Hall. If he'd able to see Pedro Neto, even just give him a 50-50 chance in a running race. And I tell you what, that last man of Servette was halfway in Chelsea's half. So if Neto got past him, would have been a 70-yard sprint straight to the keeper.
Ball played up to Crivelli. He in turn tries to roll it into the feet of Stefanovic on this near side. One back by Badiashile, who quickly picks out Jorgensen. Tosin forward to Caicedo, who's got a bit of room here in the centre of the park, and he spotted Dewsbury Hall ahead of him. Not a bad attempt to the ball over the top of the Servette defence, but goalkeeper Frick was alert and comes out and deals with it comfortably enough.
It was on, and it was a great run from Dewsbury Hall. Just Caicedo, he's very good in terms of mopping things up and starting attacks, 10-15 yard passes, but those sort of 40-50 yard passes, he's not really precise on it, and he should have been. It was a great opportunity for Dewsbury Hall to be in then if the pass was great.
Just realised on a social media post I wrote Chelsea against Servette as opposed to Servette. Many people thought they'd clean up tonight, Chelsea, but hasn't happened so far.
You did that on purpose there, didn't you?
4.5 minutes of the first half to go. It's still 0-0, which I think in itself is a story here at Stamford Bridge.
Absolutely. I think after that start, the first 5 minutes, you're thinking, well, this could be at least 2 at half time, but Servette have done really well, not just stemming the flow, but looking dangerous down Chelsea's end.
Yeah, looking dangerous again here with Ondua. Stefanovic has made a run to his right. Ondua comes infield, which I'm not sure was the right option, but they've kept possession. Tsunomoto forward into the feet of Cognac. He in turn rolls it down the near touchline to Stefanovic. Tsunomoto with a cross again, easily dealt with a header clear by Tosin, and then Caicedo scoops it over the head of Cognac into Vega. Vega looking for Dewsbury Hall again. Forward it goes to Nkunku this time, but it's a bit of a hot potato at the moment as far as Chelsea are concerned. Here's Mazikou running towards the penalty area. Caicedo forced him back to halfway. Johan Severin forward. And now it's picked up inside the centre circle by Ondua, and there's a few wolf whistles from Chelsea supporters. As Duali arrows a lovely diagonal ball out to Contessa. Contessa taking on Sassi again and trying to curl a right-footed effort towards the corner. Well, he's found the corner, almost a corner flag in front of that Matthew Harding stand, and it's behind for a goal kick, and Contessa is annoyed with himself. He knows that was a half-decent opportunity.
I saw you in the TalkSport Cup. That was one of your shots, that was, in the end. Well, he does look dangerous coming in off the left there, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think both players on that left-hand side, Mazikou and Contessa, have given Pedro Neto and Axel Disasi something to think about.
Well, they blend really well. Mazikou's a good defender, and he's left-footed, and then you've got Contessa, who plays on the left but is an inverted winger who can come inside, and Mazikou can bomb on, and despite them being away from home, he's happy to do that.
It's poor from Dewsbury Hall. Passes the ball straight to Cognac. 3 against 4 here. Cognac into Stefanovic. Stefanovic, he needed to make the right final pass. Looking for Crivelli. It's too close to Jorgensen, but again, poor in possession there, Chelsea. More groans from the home supporters. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to play in this first half. Incredibly, it's still Chelsea 0, Servette 0, and you could argue that the Swiss side have looked more likely to open the scoring over the course of the 43 minutes. Here's Guiu trying to change that, running powerfully into the penalty area, and Nkunku gets a shot away. Sliding challenge was from Severin, and that takes the ball looping into the arms of Jeremy Flick. When they have gone up through the gears and they've got players forward, Chelsea, Servette look vulnerable at the back.
Well, they do, but Chelsea also do look vulnerable as well, and it's not as if Jeremy Frick, the Servette goalkeeper, is holding on to the ball and trying to time waste. He throws the ball down the middle, and suddenly Servette have the possibility of having an attack themselves. Giving as good as they're getting.
I was reading the preview for this game on the Chelsea website. They were crowing about the fact that in terms of European trophies won, they are England's second most successful team. 8 times they've been crowned continental winners of one competition or another, but they haven't looked like a team rich in European history tonight, that's for sure.
Well, look, they have a great opportunity, wonderful opportunity to make that number 9, but yeah, at this moment in time, coming up to half-time, playing at home, Servette decide to be absolutely delighted with the scoreline so far.
They have won both their 2 previous European playoffs, Chelsea, both in the Champions League. Second leg of this game is in Geneva a week today, 24 hours before the draw for the new expanded Conference League. And here's Mykhailo Mudryk running at Tsunemoto, plays it through his legs, much to the delight of the home team. But again, that's Mudryk, isn't it? Wonderful piece of skill to get past his marker, and he can't play a 5-yard pass to Dewsbury Hall. It's out for a goal kick.
Sums him up, it really does. There's a great bit of skill, first of all. Nutmegs the right back, and then it's the outside of his foot where you need to have a really good touch with the weight of pass, and he just overplays it. It's a good run from Dewsbury Hall as well. He is a very football intelligent player. You can see he knows exactly where he wants to be, and Maresca's already said in pre-season that he's a year ahead of everyone else in terms of tactics that he wants to see his players play. But yeah, simple pass like that, and in the end he gave that one away.
Just the one added minute at the end of this first half, which is still 0-0 on TalkSport 2. I don't think too many of us would have predicted that before the first ball was kicked. Many inside the stand in which we're watching up in the gods here at Stamford Bridge are already heading to the half-time refreshment stands. Luckily I brought you some strawberry bonbons so you don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, I thought I was 8 again.
They're delicious, by the way.
You allow me to have one? Are you eating them all?
Still a few with your name on it. Chelsea in possession, looking for one big chance at the end of this first half. We're deep into that one added minute. Mudryk into Badiashile. I'm going to be fascinated to see the reaction of the home supporters when the half-time whistle sounds. Pedro Neto on the right-hand side, trying to dance his way away from Mazikou. And there is the half-time whistle. You can hear the reaction. Boos all around Stamford Bridge on a night when Chelsea were expected to not only win the game but win handsomely.
Wow. That was not good. Chelsea. Anybody home? Okay, people. That game was poor. No urgency, no nothing, just like Bella said. Just like she said in the comment here. We have a long way to go with this team, to be honest with you. Can anybody see me or hear me or anything? Yes, maybe not. Yeah, so we're here for probably 10 more minutes. Modric decision making is crazy. That guy needs some prayers. I'm not gonna get into the agendas here or whatever, but that brother is not showing anything. I would prefer even Raheem Sterling actually to be there instead of Modric. I'm trying to connect my calls chat. So give me a few more seconds. Not a good game. Okay, so you can still call if you have time to do so. Oh my lord, Chelsea 0-0 against a team from the Farmers League. I told you people from the get-go that this is not gonna be easy.
Hey, close my door. Thank you.
Okay, whoever wanna jump, go straight to the point. We have like 10 minutes to go. Don't waste your time. Jump.
Sure.
Let's go. Ice.
I'm very impressed. The future looks bright. This is great.
There we go. He's sarcastic again. Be serious, bro. What we just watched? Like
you asked me to go straight to the point, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the future is bright. We're gonna win everything.
The future is bright. We're building a project. You can see that the coach has a plan. He's trying to put his pieces together. Fantastic. I like how we've been putting so much pressure on the opposition defense. Our midfield is very stable. I also like the fact that Vega is now coming into the midfield to as an inverted support, as an inverted support player. So it's just fantastic. This game is just fantastic.
Good. Mo.
Yep.
Let's go. What do you think first half?
I don't know. I feel like the defenders have more touches than the midfield and attack. And that's concerning for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just back passing. It's like we don't make penetrating runs. We don't have that player like who can break the line or take on two players. It's just too much safety, I guess, in passing.
Yeah.
It's frustrating to watch. So sometimes you see the movement and then the defenders just pass amongst each other, and I'm like, it's going nowhere. I don't know. The team's giving me a headache.
Yeah, just like Donna said that we should build the team around Cole Palmer, and early on she said that it was lackluster and there is no urgency in the midfield without Gallagher. Well, Gallagher, people will start giving him some respect when he starts cooking in the Champions League, and Chelsea struggling because nobody is running, nobody is helping nobody, and run, energy. Because people told us that we're going to be tactics. People don't have to run. You don't have to run in football. We're going to win games. Possession based football. Gallagher out. We will see.
Nah,
I really like what I really like how Mudryk has basically occupied that left wing. The way he hugs the touchline is beautiful, and then how the way he takes on his men is a thing of beauty. Like I can't like. Oh my
just
god!
by saying that 5 days in jail, no parole, no bail, no nothing. Send that guy to jail immediately.
Oh my god! It's a thing of beauty, and when you see you know what I really like is when Drewsbury Hall is driving the midfield front, and then you can just see all the pressure.
Lord
and
have
Lukaku shows up
mercy.
on the right. Goodness.
Take
Maresca is doing something great.
Take this guy out. Take this ice out. Aziz, talk to us, brother. Talk to us.
Peace.
What? You are so angry that we can't even hear you.
I said they are shit. Poo. Peace. Well, what else bad thing can I say? Disgusting. Disgrace. What's this coach teaching? I swear to Almighty God. You
know what? I'm very happy that I missed the first 30 minutes because I was struggling.
I imagine I paid $6 for this bullshit.
I try to get the code. I have to buy the VPN. I have to do a lot of stuff to
wait for put that $6 for Western Union.
To try to watch this game. And I'm glad that I didn't watch the first 30 minutes because I saw people angry. So 30 minutes that I missed.
You know what I've noticed now? All of us criticizing Stalin. We should come out and apologize to him.
No. Sterling need to go, man.
I criticized him, but I still considered him the best option on the wing.
You are right because Mudryk is not doing anything, so Sterling is much better. But they are all two blind people. Just one is like taller than the other one.
Guys,
so
let's have a discussion. Let's talk about Neto.
Neto
is good. It's just like yeah, I don't know what you watched, but I think Neto is good.
I just saw somebody jumping like a horse. That's all I saw, man. I'm sorry.
Gueye is good, but he just doesn't have support around him.
Yeah, it's not clicking yet so far, bro. Be patient.
It's the pace of the play. Like, it's so slow. The footwork is slow. I feel like they have that player, that team, Servette. He looks a bit like Ivan Toney, the one in front. He was cooking. What's he called?
I don't even know. I even forgot. Those are the people that I just watched the first time. And I was struggling getting my pass and watching the game. So probably I didn't watch him properly. Second half is going to be better for me because I have everything working now. And I should just,
If we draw this game or we lose, I'm getting bullied in the morning. I'm telling you, bro. I have to sign out of all social media. Turn off my phone.
These guys, this Servette team, you see what they're trying to do? They're trying to exploit that Disasi. I think they probably found a loophole in that Disasi wing. But I love how we set up to extinguish that potential attack from the opposition. It's just a thing of beauty. Our midfield, my goodness, is our midfield a 3 or a 2?
Right, it's a donut. It's a 0. Empty space. I'm telling you.
Thank you for that explanation, my brother.
It's empty.
Yeah, and I'm not really for people who boo people just early like this, but yeah, Donna is saying something important that happened, that they were booed at halftime. So the fans are not gonna be so patient with Maresca and his ball. But it's not good to boo players in this. You encourage them until the end at least. Feel sorry for Dr. Oaks, yet another long season for football therapy. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be very, very long. Mr. Bricks boss said that I'm getting tired of Chelsea now, bro. We need to win this type of games. We're just running around on the pitch. Noni, show start what he is the best. Oh, so I know. You said that Noni is best like 1v1 and he's on the bench, right? So I don't know where we
know
try.
what? We just need to bring on Cole Palmer,
Mm.
Noni, and just close the game in the first 10 minutes. And then just bring out all the youngsters. This team is just frustrating to watch.
Yeah, now the media got something to eat because they're going to trash us. So the game just started, people. Mo, give us your score prediction and come back if you have time at the end of the game because I'll be taking calls again. I have to go and focus in the living room, watch this game and come back at the end.
I'm praying, actually praying that I want more than one goal. I'm going to be honest. I've been starving
I wanted
for goals.
3. I wanted 3.
I want at least 3-0. A clean sheet. That's probably, then I can go to sleep in peace. But until then, it's stress or mania. It's a stress.
All right, man. Listen, watch the game and hopefully you don't get bullied today or tomorrow. Thanks, Mo. Come back after the game. So, people, I'm going to put everything on the screen and then you come back after the game so we can comment. The first half, I missed 30 minutes because of trying to get my pass, trying to register to Chelsea website. It wasn't clicking. Like, I don't know if because of my location, it's America, wasn't, some kind of restriction. I had to buy even the VPN and try different things to get, I hate this, man. And then you're going to watch this crap. Palma is on. Hopefully we can start cooking in the second half. See you in a little while. 45 minutes, and I'll be back again here.
Game.
It's almost like tumbleweeds going past there, wasn't it, when you said that?
Here's Mudryk, one of the first headline-grabbing signings. They prized him away from Arsenal, of course, and it looked like he was going to join Mikel Arteta's men. I think some Arsenal fans may feel they've had a narrow escape there when you look at the lack of impact, really, that Mudryk has been able to make on the Premier League. Here's Nkunku. He prods the ball out to the right, and Pedro Neto with the left-footed cross again, but it deflected off Mazikou, and Servette, comfortable in possession, will bring it forward. Mazikou plays it down the line to Katessa. He's away from Moises Caicedo now. Mazikou. I think a lot of Chelsea fans were frustrated with what they perceived as a lack of effort at times in that first half in terms of closing down and playing out from the back, just a bit too casual maybe. I wonder if Maresca has articulated that point during the half-time break. Ball given away by Servette, and Dewsbury Hall tries to thread it forward for Nkunku, who rounds the goalkeeper, and he's brought down, and Chelsea have a penalty. Clumsy from Frick, the captain, sweeping Nkunku off his feet, and the referee immediately pointed to the spot. Scott Minto.
Yeah, really good play from Dewsbury Hall there. He closes down, wins the ball back. I wonder whether he sort of overplayed the ball. And Nkunku just gets there just before the goalkeeper, who has got to realise if he doesn't win that ball, he's going away from goal. He's got to just leave him. But because he dives in and misses, it's a definite penalty.
Well, big moment in the tie, this one, 4 minutes into the second half, on a night when Chelsea have been lacklustre, have been short of ideas, short of creativity. They've been gifted the chance to take the lead, and it is going to be Nkunku, the man who won the penalty, who takes the responsibility, and he fires the ball right-footed into the bottom corner. It's his first ever goal at Stamford Bridge. It's the first to a place in the Conference League. Early in the second half, we have the blue breakthrough. It is Chelsea 1, Servette 0.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how it comes, as long as it does come. And absolutely, this should give Chelsea and the players the confidence now to show what their talents can do. Players, doesn't matter how many are in the bomb squad, how many's away from it all, I need to foster this particular style of play with a number that I want. It's going to take time, but in terms of tonight, that was a really important goal straight after half-time. And Christopher Nkunku, well, he was never in doubt, really. He was going to stick that in the back of the net. Looked very confident.
Yeah, an excellent penalty. Cole Palmer on the bench tonight, would usually be on spot kick duty, but Nkunku, more than able deputy. Here's Stefanovic for Servette, looking for a quick-fire riposte, but forced by the challenge from Vega to run the ball out of play. Caicedo helps it forward. He's been a bit sloppy, Caicedo, in this second half in possession. He's given it away there. They won't want to invite Servette back into the game so soon after conceding. 1-0 Chelsea lead. Nkunku, whose 3 previous goals have been away from Stamford Bridge, as the goalkeeper's robbed on the edge of the area. Guillaume misses the first chance, misses the second, and he slams the rebound against the keeper. It's a triple save in the end. Guillaume can't believe he's not scored. Another calamitous moment that Jeremy Frick and the Servette goal has got away with. Neto with a cross back into the box, and it's stooping header away by Ruier. That was an incredible 30 seconds, Scott.
Oh, that was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. First of all, well done, Mark Guillaume, for closing down Frick, the goalkeeper, who did that in the first half as well. And then it was a really poor attempt at sticking the ball in the back of the net, an empty back of the net. The ball came back to him, and he should have passed it across goal to Christopher Nkunku, who was there waiting for it, but he didn't, and he wanted to score himself, which meant that Frick was able to come out and make the save. It's a real disappointment after what happened. A great opportunity to make it too, and I do wonder if Chelsea do get that second goal, you know, psychologically, where would Servette be? That was a missed opportunity from Guillaume.
Yeah, I think he knows it, looking at his body language. As Mudryk is dispossessed, he wants a free kick. Referee says no, and Servette looking to counter. Good starting position from Jorgensen, and he's taken a bit of a chance there as he tried to carry the ball around Cognac. He's got it clear to the halfway line in the end. And now Dewsbury Hall for Chelsea. Into the goal scorer Nkunku. He's got Pedro Neto to his right. He switches it the other way. He might go alone here. Nkunku plays in Kieran Dewsbury Hall. He played him too wide, and Servette will scramble it clear. That was another gilt-edged opportunity where Nkunku just played the wrong ball.
Yeah, do you know what? First of all, well done to him for showing the pace and the power and the want to try and get beyond the midfield of Servette. But he should have played that ball in a little bit early if he was going to. By taking an extra couple of touches, he might as well have the shot himself. And he's ended up overplaying the pass. And Dewsbury Hall is kind of diving just to try and get any kind of strike in it at all, which he didn't. Another opportunity.
Booking, I think, of the evening for Timothy Cognac. I'm not exactly sure what he did to warrant that. The referee has shown a yellow card.
Yeah, but what I would say though quickly, I mean, 2 really important or missed great opportunities there, but the second half is completely different to what we saw in the first.
Vega into the feet of Guillaume, runs into one of the Servette players, and he's down holding his face, Guillaume. Referee isn't going to stop the play. Is this positive start to the second half by Chelsea a reaction to what Maresca said, do you think?
Absolutely. I think he's gone a little bit old school and just had to go at these players and say, look, forget tactics. This is about, you know, do you want it? Individually, you're there psychologically. This is Chelsea Football Club we're talking about here. And with all the greatest of respect, this is a Swiss side that we are expected to beat, and some. Step it up, and I think they've done that. Every single player has 10% at the very least.
Here's Cognac on the halfway line for Servette. 0-0 the score. The applause you can hear ringing around is because Cole Palmer, among others, is out warming up, and looks like he might be being readied actually by Maresca, just getting some instructions from the manager. Sliding challenge from Vega. The Chelsea fans appreciated that, and he turns to the shed end away to our left and pushes out his chest and fist pumps Renato Vega. As we welcome once again listeners from TalkSport. We've played 10 minutes in a much improved second half for Chelsea, who were outplayed at times in the first half. They lead 1-0 Christopher Nkunku from the penalty spot, his first ever goal at Stamford Bridge, breaking the deadlock after he was sent tumbling by the goalkeeper Jeremy Frick. And here's Neto for Chelsea, trying to sprint away from Mazikou. That's a really important challenge coming in from Crivelli, just as Pedro Neto looked like he was going to turn on the afterburners and sprint clear there, Scott Minto.
Absolutely, it's been a much improved performance in the second half from Chelsea, where, as you say, at times they were outplayed, and the stats will show that the away side, Servette, had more chances at goal, but no, much better. Won the penalty, had a couple of really good chances to make it 2 as well, on the front foot. If they make it 2, then I do believe they can do 3, but Servette still not out of this game.
11 minutes gone in the second half, courtesy of that Nkunku penalty. It's Chelsea 1, Servette 0. A couple of changes being readied. Not just Cole Palmer, Enzo Maresca, who captained the team at the weekend, is also... Enzo Fernandez, I should say, is also coming on. Here's Contessa into the penalty area. Cross-come shot across the face of goal, chested away by Vega, and Mudryk has got the opportunity, I think, to sprint forward here on the counter. And he's away, down the left-hand side. Chelsea fans expectant, on their feet, try to cut it back. Mudryk towards Guillou, but prodded away by Daulin. And here come Servette at the other end. That's been a really good 57 minutes from a neutral perspective. Opportunity for Sudhamuto to get a shot away, it's blocked, and then it cannons back off the Japanese defender and behind for a goal kick. And it actually is going to be a trio of changes for Chelsea, with just 12 minutes gone in the second half. Noni Madueke coming on as well, and a warm ovation for Pedro Neto. His first Chelsea start is coming to an early end. On comes Madueke, who would have been frustrated at his omission from the starting lineup in the first couple of games of the season. We're also going to see Cole Palmer replace Mark Guillou. He's getting a decent round of applause, as well as is Palmer, his replacement. Very much Chelsea's main man last season. And listen to that applause, and the final change has seen Enzo Fernandez replace the goal scorer Nkunku.
Well, I've got to be honest with you, after being a really poor first half, where he could have made changes in the first half if it had wanted to, the second half has been completely different. Go 1-0 up, 2 really good opportunities, Chelsea very much on top, and then you make a triple substitution. Clearly he wants to try and win this game, but this is the type of performance in the second half that we wanted from the start of the first. I'm slightly surprised he's made the substitutions, but he's still sending out a message he wants to go out and win this game and win this tie tonight if possible.
Well, certainly a comfortable lead to take back to Switzerland would have been very much a priority. Didn't look likely at half-time, and 1-0 is still a slender margin. They do look like a team, Chelsea, who are going to give opponents chances.
It's interesting as well, Cole Palmer's that furthest man up. I can't really call him a number 9, he's far from that. You would think he'll end up being like a false 9, but he's the one furthest up at the moment, down the middle.
I think that's still an aim of Maresca in the final week of the transfer window. Closes a week tomorrow to recruit a number 9, Victor Osimhen. Talks continue. Wouldn't surprise me still if they made a late play for Ivan Toney if they can't get the Osimhen deal done. I'm sure we're going to be talking about Chelsea on our special YouTube programme on Talk Sport. Myself and Jim White, 10 o'clock until midnight on deadline night next Friday. Here's Enzo Fernandez out to Madueke, down the right hand side he comes, cuts in his left foot. Madueke, can he get a shot away? Blocked on the edge of the area by the impressive Mazikou, but immediately there, purposeful play from Madueke, and then Mudryk has been felled by Tsunemoto, and it's a free kick for Chelsea. Level with the right corner of the penalty area. 1-0 they lead.
Yeah, he's looked a lot better in the second half, hasn't he?
They've taken it short, taken it quickly. Fernandez with the shot from a tight angle, which is blocked. It goes back out to Palmer on that left-hand side, the Chelsea left.
What I would say as well is Noni Madueke, 9 changes tonight, and yet he's still the one on the bench So with him coming on now, I think he will feel he's got a bit of a point to prove, and he's a player I like a lot. Did well in pre-season, did well towards the end of last season. Stockpiling the attacking midfielders, so aren't they, Chelsea?
Well, I think he's the type of character, if he's not in the team, that could be a bit of an issue. Certainly doesn't lack confidence, Uecl. He's played a good ball down the right touchline there to Fernandes. Palmer trying to turn inside the penalty area. He'll be keen to get his first goal of the season after scoring so many last year, but Servette have defended that well, and Caicedo a little bit overzealous in the challenge on Mazikou. So it's a free kick in the left back position, and Servette are going to make their first alteration, and it's an attacking change. Alexis Antunes is coming on in place of Stefanovic. Antunes was, in most of the previews that I read from Switzerland, expected to be in the starting lineup tonight.
Yeah, look, I'm not surprised he didn't. I think quite clearly Thomas Aberli thought that they'd be very much on the back foot. And the first half has shown, after the first 5 or so minutes, that actually they can very much be on the front foot. But now they're 1-0 down. There's no doubt about it, they've been conceding chances. If they can try and turn things around. And Stefanovic, of course, 34 years of age. I don't think it's a bad idea to give him, 60 minutes now and bring in Antunes.
What would be a good result for Servette now to keep this tie alive in the second leg?
I think 1-0 still. At 0-0. Again, I was speaking to Jason Cundy, and he was saying they'll go on and win this. I said, well, I'm not sure about that, but they could easily keep it to 0-0. Look, they'd love to go back home and have a draw. I still think 1-0. They'll be pretty confident against a very disjointed Chelsea side that are still getting to know who's who and who's their teammate.
And on the flip side, 9 changes tonight from Chelsea. How many of those players who've come in have really pushed their claim for a place in the starting lineup at Wolves on Sunday?
I think Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall has probably been one of these standouts. I think he knows where to run. And Maresca's already said about that. He's a year ahead in terms of where he wants his players to be. I think he's done well on the ball. I don't think he's been brilliant. Well, you're right, I don't think anyone's been brilliant.
Cross into the Chelsea area, headed away by Badiashile. Ondua wins it back in midfield for Servette. It's out to their right hand side. They've got 2 to aim at in the centre. Antunes, having just come on, puts a cross into the area, and it needed heading away by Tosin. It's not clear yet, and then a little back heel attempt by Crivelli, straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. But it was dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, go through them. Jorgensen, I think it was a little bit sloppy quite early on, but hasn't really had much to do. Vega's come in, certainly in the first half, into that, and he's trying to in the second as well, that inverted sort of midfield role, but I don't think he's really sort of helped dominate Chelsea. Tosin and Benoit Badiashile haven't really done too much, and Servette have had their chances. The Sassy, you could say the same thing. Caicedo, there's a lot of money being spent, and he's captain for the night, but his passing hasn't been great. And Neto's off the pitch. Mudryk has been hit and miss at times. Guiu, I think, has worked hard. And no one's been outstanding, but again, there's a lot of these new players, and whether they're new players or whether they're making full debuts or whether they're just playing alongside someone they never played against, it's not an easy thing to do, but still, when you're playing at the very top for Chelsea Football Club against, with the greatest respect, Servette, you need to do better.
And Fernandes trying to thread it forward towards Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, but the pass was a poor one. Disasi does well to dispossess Contessa on the counter, and here is Caicedo on the halfway line. £115 million British record signing. Moises Caicedo, I think it's not really been justified so far. And then a free kick given away by Renato. Did beat Liverpool a couple of years before that in the Cup Winners' Cup, but they went out on aggregate on that occasion. Here's Contessa, left corner of the 18-yard box. Good ball in, and he almost stooped underneath it there, Antunes, with a header, and it goes over his head and out for a goal kick. That was a chance.
It was, absolutely. There's a really clever ball in, perhaps a little bit behind Antunes. So he's almost kind of ducked under it and let it go, but I think this just shows Chelsea have just got to be careful. Yes, they're dominating now. It's been a much better performance in the second half, but still, got to be careful for those little counter-attacks.
Out to the left-hand side, and Vega, Dewsbury Hall couldn't hold it up, and Servette, who've been confident in possession throughout the course of the opening 65 minutes, despite the fact they trail 1-0, trying to come forward again. Good play by Caicedo initially, and he gave it away, and it's run back by Fernandes, and he can't find Mudryk. Just haven't kept the ball well enough, Chelsea, over the course of the evening. You feel if they were up against a better calibre of opponent, they could be in much more trouble than they are. Here's Contessa down the left-hand side. And this time it's Servette who give the ball away tamely, with Antunes, and Disasi just watches it trickle behind for a goal kick for Chelsea. Reminder, we've got Brighton against Manchester United from the Premier League on TalkSport at 12:30 on Saturday, and at 3 o'clock here on TalkSport 2 it's Ipswich and their trip to Manchester City. Chelsea will be part of the Sunday session, which comes live from South Wales actually, where Swansea take on Cardiff in the Championship. Goals as they go in from Wolves, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Newcastle, the Eddie Howe derby, and Liverpool against Brentford in Arne Slot's first game in charge.
You doing that from South Wales, or where are you going to be?
I'm going to be at the Eddie Howe derby.
Okay. Right on your doorstep.
Yeah, catch up with a few old friends in the Newcastle dugout. Be a good game, that.
Very good.
I think Wolverhampton Wanderers, if they're watching this, might see it as an opportunity to get their first win of the season. Gary O'Neill's side beaten at Arsenal on Saturday. No disgrace in that.
No, and I think it'll be a completely different Chelsea side again. But still, you know, I don't think they'll be too worried in this first home game for Wolves up against the disjointed Chelsea side.
So important, isn't it, for Maresca to make a good start, because you just sense that the fans are not going to be that patient, and Tunes trying to prod the ball forward. It's intercepted by Badia Shiel, and this is where Chelsea may be able to counter-attack. Dewsbury Hall doesn't take the opportunity to play it forward, and then he gets robbed, much to the frustration of the home fans. And again, it's poor from Servette, I think physically now just beginning to tire. It was a disappointing through ball from Dulin.
Yeah, you know what you were saying about Maresca wanting to make a good start. Absolutely, every player, every manager certainly wants to do that, but especially considering how Mauricio Pochettino ended the season. You know, the fourth best team in the Premier League from December onwards, winning the last 5. I thought would be nailed on for that 4th spot, which I think is so open this season. I really do. Now I haven't got a clue as we stand.
Again, Chelsea squander the ball inside their own half. It's won back by Axel Disasi. Cole Palmer looking to turn defence into attack, trying to release Mudryk, who sprints but can't keep that in play.
I expect better from Palmer, to be honest with you. He's dropped in. There's that false 9, he's turned, and he just needed to put it into space, and he's tried to whip it too much. Mudryk would have made it, just the ball over the top with the pace that he's got.
I just wonder how he's feeling in particular about the departure of Mauricio Pochettino. Made that big call, didn't he, to leave Manchester City, leave Pep Guardiola to come down to Stamford Bridge. Certainly Pochettino got the best out of him last season. I wonder if he might see a little bit of a drop off in form under a new manager.
Listen, I think there were a lot of players, and Nicholas Jackson being one of them as well, you know, not happy that the Pochettino's gone, but you know, it's a ruthless world, ruthless business. The king is dead, long live the king. It's Maresca's job now to get the best out of Cole Palmer. Look, the bottom line is there's pressure on Cole Palmer. He had an absolutely incredible season, and I could make a very good argument as to why he should have been player of the season in the Premier League, because of what had gone on around Chelsea and how heavy that shirt was weighing at that particular time, or throughout the whole of last season. Can he produce it again? Would he have been able to produce it again under Pochettino? It does make it more difficult under Maresca, but that's something that both of them need to work on.
Chelsea leading here by 1-0. Servette are making a couple of changes to try and get back in the game. Julian von Moos is the second of those changes coming on. Contessa making way, which I think Chelsea will be quite pleased about. He's had a decent game. Theo Mangin is the other player who's been called off the Servette bench. Dulin also, after that tired pass I mentioned a few moments ago, is off. So Servette chancing their arm from the bench. We've got 20 minutes remaining. You're listening to TalkSport 2 live Conference League playoff action. The goal that divides the two teams, scored by Christopher Nkunku from the penalty spot early in the second half after Nkunku himself had been brought down by the goalkeeper Frick. Here's Mikhailo Mudryk for the Blues to the £115 million Caicedo. Quick switch of play from Enzo Fernandez to Madueke. Madueke into the penalty area, a couple of step overs. Can he pick out a teammate? Oh, he's absolutely lashed that all the way across the box and scampering to keep it in. Vega does well, actually, to stop the ball going out for a throw in for Servette. That was wasteful.
Yeah, but
Madueke just pulled up, actually, Scott Minto, as well as he crossed that ball.
Yeah, it's still good defending from Maziko. Even though he's got past him, it's on the outside and he's not allowed him to cross the ball with any kind of composure on his right foot as well.
Foul there on Enzo Fernandez by Severin, the French centre-back, the former Juventus youngster. Free kick taken quickly. I don't think Madueke is too comfortable here. I think he may have maybe done something to his hamstring. And Maresca already is pointing towards the subs warming up away on our right. Chelsea a goal to the good here with 19 to play, but looks like they might be forced into an injury substitution.
I think he might have got caught on the ankle or something like that when in the challenge.
You think he might be able to run it off?
Yeah, I do. Very rarely run off hamstring injuries.
No, good point. Just the way he pulled up.
Yeah.
Gave me cause for concern. Just looking at the players Chelsea have out warming up. Cucurella is down there. Gusto. Nicholas Jackson you've been talking about. Nicholas Offside Jackson, as Sam Matterface has christened him in the All Access podcast. He was very frustrated with him at the weekend.
Well, yeah. Again, he's another one who's, pure talent, pure potential. He's strong, he's quick, he's got a decent touch, he can run the channels, he can have defenders hanging off him. Can he stick the ball in the back of the net? Can he time his runs at the right time? Will he learn that, or is it something that he just hasn't got, he isn't able to acquire? And that's the problem with buying talent and potential. You're never quite sure. I understand the risk, and when you're buying so many, it just creates a bit of a problem, especially for a club like Chelsea Football Club, who have been used to senior pros and ready-made world-class players being on the pitch and all about the here and now.
Madueke, in conversation with the referee, has just pointed to his right ankle, as you suggested, Scott, and then pointed down towards the right corner flag where the challenge happened, just telling Enzo Maresca exactly what the problem is. He has the ball now, Madueke, and he's able to cut in on his left foot and then go back out on his right. Enzo Fernandez up in support. Chelsea have got everybody bar their goalkeeper Jorgensen inside the Servette half. They lead 1-0. We've got 17 minutes plus stoppage time remaining.
You thought he did his hamstring. Have you ever done your hamstring?
I'm not quick enough to do my hamstring. Wasn't blessed with pace when I played, funnily enough. Madueke's won a corner for Chelsea. They're fourth of the game. He played it against Cognac, the midfielder, and it's going to be a corner taken from the right-hand side.
Yeah, it's just sort of dropped a gear or two, hasn't it? And I think that favours Servette. You ask me what's a good scoreline for them. I genuinely think even now they take 1-0. It's down to Chelsea to really step it up and score more goals.
And Cole Palmer to whip in this corner kick. And the goalkeeper has punched it away under a little bit of pressure from Badiashile. Palmer plucks it from the sky on this near side and thought about playing in the cross first time. Instead he plays it short to Fernandez in the blue footwear. Palmer picking out Dewsbury Hall. There's a Chelsea player face down inside the box. I think it might be Renato Vega.
The fans not happy there though. They had the ball, Cole Palmer, on the edge of the 18-yard box of Servette, and they even had an overload as well, but somehow find a way to pass the ball all the way back to Jorgensen.
I still think this is a performance from Chelsea that leaves a lot more questions from Maresca than answers. It's been far from convincing. And Servette looking to come forward. Badiashile just runs across the line there of Crivelli and made sure it found its way to Philip Jorgensen, looking for a debut clean sheet.
It's going to take time. You can't expect them to suddenly dominate and win this game 4-5. It doesn't normally happen like that, but it is slightly worrying, and this is just the Chelsea side that we've been seeing for the first 18 months of the new owner's reign.
Casually given away by Badiashile. Ball chipped into the penalty area. Cognac on the edge of that 18-yard box. Well played, Fernandes shrugs off his opposite number 8. Strong play from the Argentine, and Dewsbury Hall then side foots the pass into Disassi, but Chelsea fans frustrated again. They've gone backwards before going forwards. There's 15 minutes left. They're only 1-0 up. They need more goals really to make the second leg comfortable.
Yeah, and ironically enough, Chelsea have been at their best when? Start of the second half up until the substitutions.
And that was strange, wasn't it? 11 minutes in the second half. They've just gone 1-0 up. They're playing well. He makes a triple change. Here's Madueke into the penalty area, running in behind, and he lashes it right-footed over the goalkeeper, and just like that, Chelsea double their lead, and Noni Madueke points to his badge on the shirt. He'll have been frustrated that he wasn't in the team against Manchester City on Sunday, and he's just taken that frustration out on Servette. It was a slide rule pass from Fernandes. Servette, having committed bodies forward, were caught out on the counter, and you've got to say it's a really emphatic finish. Chelsea 2, Servette 0.
Well, that goal came from absolute nowhere, because Servette looked in complete control. But that's what Madueke can do, and I talked about when he did come on the pitch, he would have been disappointed. He didn't start the weekend, 9 changes, he still didn't start tonight. He absolutely has got a point to prove, and I do believe he's got the talent to be a Chelsea first-teamer. And that's what he needs to be doing. Play the ball in behind. We talked about again Cole Palmer a little bit earlier, and Mudryk overplayed the ball. That was the perfect ball from Enzo, and a fantastic finish from Madueke. And do you know what, Cricket? That's a crucial second goal for Chelsea in this tie.
And that celebration was a message, wasn't it, to Enzo Maresca? When you name your team against Wolves at Molineux on Sunday, I should be in it.
Put me in it, absolutely. And that's what you want from your subs, to come on and make a difference.
Well, they're under pressure again here, Servette, and you wonder if Chelsea could run riot now. Cole Palmer with a shot from 25 yards out, straight down the throat of Frick, the goalkeeper. But you just sense 13 minutes to go. The Swiss side have expanded a lot of energy to keep the scoreline relatively respectable. And if they are tired and they look lagged, then maybe Chelsea could take advantage and run out comfortable winners in the end. Didn't look that way for a lot of the game. Here's Cognac though at the other end. Haven't tested the goalkeeper enough. I think that will be one complaint. Might test him now. And Tunes with a shot blocked by Tosin, but the offside flag was up anyway, and it's going to be a free kick on the edge of the area. Chelsea leading by 2-0 here on TalkSport 2.
The biggest compliment I can give Servette is that it's not a 2-0 game. I'm not even sure it's a 1-0 game, but Chelsea probably have been a little bit the better side. I just think that second goal was absolutely crucial for the mentality of everybody around here. You can hear the fans now delighted. There's almost a sense of relief for that goal from Noni Madueke, because it came from nowhere. It really did.
Yeah, absolutely. Rapid counter from Chelsea, doubling their lead. Malo Gusto is coming on for Axel Disassi. Gusto, I think, pretty much nailed on to be starting at the weekend against Wolves. Just going to get a few minutes in his legs at the end of the match here. Chelsea 2 up.
I'll tell you what's going to be fascinating is when we're sort of 6 or 7 games into the season and we're looking at, okay, what is your best team now, Enzo Maresca? Who is your best right back? I mean, Reece James, when he's fully fit, I think he's genuine world class, and yet Malo Gusto, the biggest compliment I can give him is Chelsea don't miss Reece James when he plays, but attacking midfielder is going to be fascinating to see who he plays.
Here come Chelsea with Fernandes, as we're joined again by listeners over on TalkSport. Lovely little flick around the corner from Dewsbury Hall. Sets Mudryk away on the left-hand side. He's into the penalty area. He's found Cole Palmer. Palmer into Madueke again. Overcooked the pass to Fernandes, and what looks a promising Chelsea attack in the end is going to peter out. They are looking comfortable here though, as Fernandes wins it back on the edge of the area. They lead 2-0. Dewsbury Hall into Mudryk. Mudryk took the ball onto his left foot, shot from an acute angle. It's all the way across the face of goal and out for a goal kick. Chelsea taking the lead with the Nkunku penalty early in this second half, doubled by the super sub Madueke. And that celebration, Scott Minto, he pointed to his chest, said, "Was that me?" Cocked his head. We said it was a message to Maresca. It looks a pretty clear one.
Absolutely. And I mentioned earlier about how he didn't start the game on Sunday. 9 changes. He still didn't start the game tonight. We know he's a confident lad. We know he's a very talented lad. And I think in pre-season he's done very well, and the end of last season as well. So he would have a point to prove. He'd be in his head coming off the bench, I've got to do something. And that's exactly what you want your subs to do from a managerial point of view. Go and make a difference, make an impact. The second goal, I genuinely believe, is crucial in terms of this tie, because it's not been a 2-0 game. I think Servette have done really well. But now, psychologically, do they believe they can go on and win this tie? They might need a goal tonight.
Yeah, 10 minutes remaining. Chelsea with 1 foot surely in the Conference League. It's Chelsea 2, Servette 0. Here come the visitors. Ball prodded into the penalty area. Maybe an opportunity here. Crivelli's forced into a wide position. Tries to cut it back into the box. It's cleared. And then a shot from a long way out from Ondua, straight into the arms of Jorgensen. It remains Chelsea 2, Servette 0.
I don't know why he just didn't try to strike that first time. It's a lovely little ball in behind. Tosin wasn't really close to him. We talked about perhaps needing that goal.
Oh, Chelsea have given it away on the edge of the area. The shot from Crivelli, and that's a really good save. Down to his right by Jorgensen first. Tough save he's really had to make, and he was alert to the danger, but again it came from Chelsea sloppily playing their way out from the back. They've conceded the corner.
Yeah, that's the word, sloppy. He's giving the ball away. You cannot afford to concede here. 2-0, you'd feel confident Chelsea to go through. 2-1, not at all.
Short corner played to Mazaku, the left back. Madueke inside his own area, just pokes it out for a throw, just relieves some of the danger.
Yeah, what we got, 9 minutes plus injury time. I just wonder whether Maresca will try and get any messages on and say, come on, let's stay concentrated on this. We keep a clean sheet. We have got 1 foot in the next round. But Servette have shown that they're talented. Obviously playing at home in a small compact stadium, they'll believe they can get at least 1 goal. Well, that's where I just feel that Noni Madueke's finish is absolutely crucial.
Well, those travelling fans away to our left are still enjoying their evening in West London. Many of them still topless, singing their songs and trying to roar the ball into the back of the net. They were the second lowest scorers in the top 6 in Switzerland last season. I think they have lacked a bit of punch in attack. Despite some promising play, they trailed by 2-0. Chelsea closing in on Enzo Maresca's first win as manager. A much needed one. I think they needed to win comfortably as well. If it had stayed 1-0, I think the narrative in the papers in the morning would have been a limp Chelsea victory. Unconvincing. If they can get another goal, suddenly it looks very convincing.
3-0, the tie's over for sure. 2-0, you would think Chelsea very strong favourites, although with this Chelsea side, if they concede early, you just don't know. 2-1, I'll tell you what, Servette would fancy their chances.
Tosin with a volley upfield. It's headed out of play by Tsunomoto. Latest Chelsea change is about to be made. Romeo Lavia, who impressed here against Man City at the weekend, is coming on, but not until Chelsea have finished this attack. Caicedo down the left-hand side just didn't really have the pace, and Ruier slides in and concedes a throw. Might well be Lavia for Caicedo, the latest change. In fact, that's exactly what is going to happen. What have you made of Moises Caicedo performance? I still don't think we're seeing the Moises Caicedo we did in the Brighton shirt.
No, not yet. And actually thought he had a better game against Manchester City than he has tonight. I don't think he's dominated in any way. I thought he played well alongside Lavia at the weekend. And again, you talk about the best 11. You know, who plays where? You know, Lavia's better as a holder, so is Caicedo. Fernandes isn't really a number 10, but you spent £100 million on 2 players. Do the owners say, well, they've got to play? Where does Cole Palmer play? If he doesn't play in the 10, does he play out wide? Well, we know that Maresca wants his wingers to be wingers. Joao Felix is not a winger.
There is an argument for having too many players. You look at Manchester City and all the success they've had. Pep Guardiola likes really a small squad. He likes a small pool of players to choose from.
And there's a hierarchy. People know really when, you know, probably 8 or 9 of the players, when they're fit in the big game, you know who's playing. And that's what happened with with Chelsea under Abramovich and all the managers that he had. People turn around and say, oh, well, you know, it's the same, he was ruthless just like these ones are. But there was a hierarchy there. You had 12 to 16 players who kind of knew they'd be in the first team or on the bench, first ones off the bench. Get another 8 or so that would be on the bench stroke in the squad. Then there'd be some youngsters who might be pushing or actually probably just be going out on loan, but there was a hierarchy to it. Here we don't really know. Every single player could probably justify or give an argument why they should be starting in the first team. That makes it very difficult for a head coach.
Timothy Cognac has just been replaced by Tiamoko Ouattara for Servette. He trailed by 2-0. You're listening to TalkSport 2 live from Stamford Bridge. We're into the final 5 minutes of what's been a fraught evening at times. Chelsea booed off at half-time. They've scored their goals in the second half to, at the moment, win the game with something to spare. Here's Ouattara though towards the penalty. He's going to get a shot away. It's deflected and it's hit the crossbar and it's behind for a corner. Well, that would have changed the complexion of the evening.
Oh my goodness, we've got minutes away and they're just dropping off, and the moment he comes back onto his left foot inside, you know he's going to shoot. Engage, stop it. At least there was a little bit of deflection, but that could easily have bounced and hit the crossbar and gone in, not hit the crossbar and gone out.
They still have more corners, Servette, than Chelsea. The latest is going to be taken right in front of their bouncing travelling supporters. It's going to be whipped in by Von Moos, one of the subs, and it was a free header. And Dua should have done better. He's nodded wide. He was unmarked inside the box.
Free header. It's a difficult one because he was past the near post. So he's almost having to sort of generate a bit of power and direct it as well. Not an easy header, but the bottom line is it was a free header. There was no one within a yard or two of him.
Chelsea 2, Servette 0. 87 played here on TalkSport 2. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got a Yorkshire derby from the Championship. Sheffield Wednesday against Leeds, who need a win to kickstart their season. Lavia dispossessed inside his own half, but it will be cleared away upfield. In fact, he's going to go back to his goalkeeper, Tosin, into Jorgensen. Jorgensen's left-footed clearance isn't the best. It rather ballooned into the sky, but it's bounced out off a Servette player for a Chelsea throw. Fascinating to hear what Enzo Maresca makes of his team's performance when he addresses the media in a few minutes' time. Many of the home fans already making their way out of the stadium, believing the victory is secure at 2-0. And goalkeeper Frick, who's had one or two nervy moments, not least giving away the penalty from which Nkunku opened the scoreline, has played it forward, and he's played it forward well. And then Vega is shrugged off it, and the shot is fired well wide by Von Moos, when maybe he should have just rolled it forward into the penalty area for Guilleminot.
Well, I just wonder whether he should have gone down. Vega's given the ball away, he's chasing him, he's pushed him 20 yards out, almost bang in front of goal, and he's stayed on his feet, but if he'd gone down that would have been a really dangerous position.
Only 2 minutes to the 90 to play. We only had one added minute at the end of the first half, so time running out for Servette. 2 down here. As Cole Palmer runs himself into trouble, dispossessed by Ruier inside the centre circle. They're quickly going to get the ball forward, the Swiss side, towards the Chelsea box. Here's Ouattara, who's looked lively since coming off the bench, but he's miscued that pass, and the left back Mazuku has to scamper to get there ahead of Madueke. Here's Ruier up over the halfway line. Will they get one last big opportunity, Servette, to reduce the deficit and make a real game of it in that second leg in a week's time? 2-1 would be a nervous scoreline for Chelsea to take back to Geneva. Cross into the area, headed away first time by Badiashile, and then clipped upfield by the former Monaco man. Mudryk has been dispossessed by Von Moos, and there's an opportunity to get across in here again for Servette, and they've won yet another corner. Mikhailo Mudryk doing his defensive duty there, sliding in, winning the challenge.
Yeah, and credit to him. You know, he's a winger, he's an out-and-out winger, but he's tracking back, he's helping his team out. Coming into we are in the 90th minute, and they've had quite a fair few set pieces. The quality hasn't always been good enough, but it takes one.
This is Servette's 8th corner, 30 seconds to 90 remaining, 2-0 down against Chelsea. Those travelling fans are going to go ballistic if this ends up in the back of Philip Jorgensen's net. The goalkeeper closing in on a debut shutout. Von Moos with the delivery, not a bad one. Oh, and it's lifted over the crossbar from point blank range. Well, that was the big chance I was talking about. They might not get a better one, and I think it was Guillermo, the substitute striker, who really knows he should have scored, Scott Minto.
Oh, wow. I talked about they only need one. That was the one. I cannot believe that they'll get a better chance than that, and thank goodness from a Chelsea point of view, he didn't react quick enough. It was a wonderful ball in. Chelsea defenders couldn't get on it, but because it came to him perhaps unexpectedly, you have to expect it in that situation.
Gusto could have released Palmer down the left-hand side. Instead, he's held onto the ball for too long. He was dispossessed, and he's given away a free kick and a chance for Servette to get the ball forward once more into 6 added minutes at the end of the 90 here on TalkSport 2. It's Chelsea 2, Servette 0, but that was a massive chance for the visitors to really keep this tie alive heading into next Thursday. And Tunis down the left into Ondua. Now Mazaku, left corner of the penalty area, rolls it into the box. Looking for Von Moos. Across came Tosin, who I think's been the better of the two central defenders for Chelsea. Impressive full debut from him. And he smashes that ball into play on this near side for a Servette throw. Already well into the 6 added minutes here. Chelsea 2, Servette 0. 0-0 it was at half time. Chelsea scoring early from the penalty spot in the second half through Nkunku. Then Madueke with a really good finish to make it 2 not long after coming off the bench. Again, Dewsbury Hall's going to get a yellow card here for a clothesline, and it's going to be a free kick for Servette halfway inside the Chelsea half, and again an opportunity, Scott Minto, to load up the penalty area.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from a corner with the ball the way it was whipped in, that was a better position here, but again the left foot in swinging. I mean, what, 40, 50 yards out, so he's not going to have a shot, but it's certainly with the in swinging free kick coming in can make things very difficult for this Chelsea defence.
He's just going to try and drop this just inside the area, I'd imagine. Chelsea keeping a very high line on the edge of their box, but there are 6 or 7 white shirts on the edge of the area. It's a poor one, headed away by Tosin, and picked up inside the centre circle by Bradley Mazaku, the Congolese fullback, and he plays it back to Frick, the goalkeeper. How costly his moment of rashness, giving away that penalty at the start of the second half, really giving Chelsea confidence then. Ball scooped forward into the penalty, Augusto does well. Malagusto getting there ahead of Ouattara, who goes down hopefully looking for a free kick on the edge of the box. Certainly wasn't a foul.
Well, I'll tell you what, Malagusto did well there. It was a great run from Ouattara, and he went with him. He chested the ball down, and he's just stepped in at the right moment. A better first touch off his chest. Ouattara might have been able to get the second touch and the shot out. And in the end, Malagusto followed his runner. And really good defending from the fullback.
I think the common consensus from Chelsea fans will be, yeah, it's a win. Maresca's off and running, but a better side would have probably punished us tonight. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I think so, but you know, it's the perfect game. I think it's the perfect competition for Chelsea as well. It's Europe's weakest, and it's, you know, the amount of players that Chelsea have, Maresca can have 2 11s for sure, well, more than that. I think in terms of tonight, it's job done, satisfactory, nothing more than that, but it will take time for this side to gel, whoever plays in whatever position.
Madueke with the second goal certainly has enhanced his claims for a regular starting role, but so much competition in those wide positions. We saw Joao Felix introduced to the home crowd before the game. He's obviously going to command a place, having been signed for so much money. Cole Palmer coming on in the second half. Nicholas Jackson has had a night off. You'd expect him to start at Molineux in the Premier League on Sunday. That is going to be the conundrum for Maresca. How do you keep everybody happy? And I alluded to it earlier, Scott. I think Madueke is a player you have to keep happy. Otherwise, it's a problem in that dressing room.
Well, no, if a player's going to be like that, then you don't want him. You know, he's got to realise it's a team game, and especially at a club like Chelsea, there's so many players, and that is another problem that Maresca's going to have. He's got to manage each individual. But if a player's not being picked, if he's going to throw a bit of a paddy, then, you know, that's not the good of Chelsea Football Club.
Chelsea 2-0 up here as the ball is scooped forward into the area. Dewsbury Hall, little back heel looking for Palmer. It's well defended by Theo Mannion. If you want to react to this game, you can join the Sports Bar over on Talk Sport from 10 o'clock tonight. 0371722 3344 is the number. Chelsea fans, have you seen signs of progress tonight, or are you a little bit concerned that your team have made such heavy weather against, on paper, far inferior opponents? Get your calls in. I'm sure Jamie O'Hara would love to hear from you as Servette come forward for potentially their final attack. Well defended on the edge of the area by Benoit Badiashile, who slides in and steers the ball out of touch left-footed. Throw in taken quickly on that far side. None of those away fans are leaving early, hoping there's still one big moment for their team ahead of that second leg in a week's time. The ball slid forward to Mannion. Mannion into the area. Oh, there is an opportunity, and it's another smart stop to deny Guillemot. Midway inside the area, right-footed, instinctive finish, and punched away by Jorgensen, and that's the final action of what's been an interesting night at Stamford Bridge. It's the first victory of the Enzo Maresca era. He doesn't carry the